I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The lyric scientist forever.
Hello, you internet scoundrels.
Scumbags.
And wonderful people out there in the interweb watching us live here on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 195. Yes, 195 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Jared, let's see your thumb. Oh, Jared is busy. We cannot see the thumb, not yet at least. And Shawn, thank you for just being the reoccurring guest. You're like the guy that says, hey, I'll leave in like a couple days, and you haven't left
never
yet.
move out.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
and I got
guy on the
thumbs,
couch.
too.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
guy on the
I'm the
couch.
guy on the couch.
That should be the name of the episode, Guy on the Couch. All right. And
Hopefully it won't be trademarked.
no, hopefully not, because there are probably a lot of guys on a lot of couches out there.
No, I was saying because it was in Half Baked.
Really? I mean,
Yeah,
yes, I do know this. Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I understand. I understand what is happening. But the folks out there, I think they need to understand what's happening when you are watching the longest running episodic weekly podcast in history, the Mad Scientist Lab
That is
podcast.
Can
Not
we
true.
fact check that?
Yeah, that is not true at
Hold on.
all.
It's the internet. If it's on the internet, it's got to be true. It's got to be true.
Bro, no, that's not true.
Okay, folks, it's not true, but we've been here for quite some time, and we're happy to be here, even though I am
Joe Rogan has
dying.
like 2,000 something fucking.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. He's been doing this a long time.
Yep.
Damn, dude. And we're almost at like 200, and he's at like 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. Well, probably close to 15, 16 years he's been doing it.
We got to meet more people or something.
Well, we do.
Yeah, I agree.
And then people got to stop bullshitting about coming to do the show.
You know what, Jared? For once in my life, I think I agree with you. I saw somebody the other day.
Why does he say that every time?
For once in his life.
Because I typically don't. And when
That's
I,
a fucking lie.
It's not a lie. And when I typically don't agree with Jared, I just remain silent because I know that
Because whatever you will say can and use against you in the fucking court of the Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
Listen, the
Dunk, dunk.
Oh, yeah.
the trial, it's a mistrial, folks. I don't know what any I don't know anything of.
Oh,
of
that trial, no. It's even been in the comments. There's a week of playing video games.
I've barely played.
Especially, hold on, let me put the camera on me. Especially since you still haven't gotten it back.
I've been under the weather.
I
the
don't
last
give a
few
fuck.
days.
It's been a month.
Okay. I promise this time next week when Shawn is here again, because you will be, and I'm okay with that. I think we're okay with that.
Hell
at this
yeah,
point.
brothers.
If we don't have another guest.
Oh, this is true too. We don't even like other people. Other people don't even like us.
This guy.
Other people suck.
Speaking of other people, shout out to Londa and Epic. Thank y'all for being here today.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us as always.
Oh, yeah. Part of it, you have to call me Lord or Sir.
I think I'd rather
Oh, I
call you
forgot about
Lord.
that part.
I prefer Lord.
Lord Jared.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh my God.
Lord Jared Lee of the Lees.
of the
Lees of Richmond.
of the Route 1 man,
Variety.
the Route 1 variety. Yes, yeah, there you go. It smells of cherry and wooden barrel. Yeah.
Hold the fuck up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It does.
I know, but you know what that is.
Cherry and wooden barrel.
No, motherfucker. That's one of my fucking bits.
No, it's. Oh no, I'm not even trying to steal your bit.
Well, sounds like it.
No, I just wanted to be a pompous douchebag like our good friend Jared Lee.
Oh, wow.
It's okay, folks. I'm fine. I'm not dying. And if I do die on today's show, I just want to say thank you for all our loyal followers and listeners, as I'm suffering from a small case of tonsillitis.
Lethal tonsillitis.
It's not pleasant.
Case of fucking sand in your clit.
Dude, I'm sorry that there's sand in my vagina. I just don't have the appropriate douchebag to clean it.
Yeah, I think you do, actually.
Oh, boy.
Actually, I don't know how that would work if you could use coffee to wash out down.
Oh, you mean that? No, I don't know if it's going to help me in that sense. If it did right now,
That should be your punishment, to be honest.
that has to. There's going to have to be a trial for something very severe in order for me to do that.
It's pretty severe. It's going on a month now.
This time next week, I will be wearing my jersey and I will be sitting in my underwear.
No, don't wear it.
No, I'm going to wear it. And I'm going to sit in my underwear. I'm going to be here without
You're sitting in your underwear now.
These are shorts, basketball
Bro,
of
let's
variety.
be real. That's your fucking, you're around the house. You walk around in them. That's your fucking underwear.
Well, I have a family. I don't want to walk around in my actual underwear because people will judge me. Because
You
I
got
have
drawers
hair.
on under there?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What? I'm not a savage. I don't
I
just
don't know.
free ball in my house with 2 men next to me. It's fucking
What?
weird. What?
I mean, okay.
That would be odd.
All right,
That would
next week we will both be here with our jerseys back and on our bodies.
I don't know, man. Yours didn't look like it. I don't think does that one fit you?
Yes, motherfucker.
Oh. Because it looked kind of.
Not if I button it.
It looked like it.
Not if I
It looked like
button
it was a normal size on her. Oh, for the people out there, remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about RJ being a simp and he was on trial and this that, and other thing. Guess who has both of their jerseys now?
She's building a collection.
Said person has Shawn and RJ's jersey, and
First their
still has
jerseys, then her souls.
Oh, your
maybe
souls
you-
are already gone.
Yeah, true. It's
I
too
think
late.
that's what simp stands for.
soul in mobile position. I don't know.
What? No.
Soulless individual.
Soul in my possession.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a simp means. Soul in
My possession.
Yeah.
There we go. That should be the name of the episode.
No,
No.
we're not naming it simp.
We're not naming it Simp. Hey, check out our Simp show. All right.
Simpson.
Just 3 dudes sipping in a basement.
No, God, please.
Sipping on some scissor.
Well, I'm sipping on something. And so, I'm glad. I'm glad that reminded me. So, if you guys were watching the show last week, everybody saw me drinking my big old glass of high quality H2O.
And now you got sick. So what good did that do?
Yep.
Well, yeah, well, I can't help it. It's the fucking ragweed or whatever's outside.
We've been
It's a
drinking all
fucking
week. We ain't sick.
ragweed.
Dude, I'm telling you.
There's been rag week the whole fucking summer. You think it's just all of a sudden you're fucking.
Well, I'm just saying
Tonsils are fucking-
it's peaked here in August. That's all I can say.
That's not true.
It's rather painful, and I don't like it because I had my
Oh shit!
what?
Londo with the fucking burner. Sucker idolizing mediocre pussy.
Oh, there we go. See,
Wow.
that's why we have a physicist in here, you know, a NASA scientist. That's
I didn't
good.
say it.
No, but we don't
No.
simp for no mediocre pussy.
I don't simp in general.
Where's my fucking thing at? Wait, you get that one for what you just said.
I'll sip for phenomenal pussy.
Where's the bottle of liquor?
Okay, I'm gonna just stay quiet because this is
Does it make you uncomfortable, Jerry?
no, it's just not gonna be.
Good.
I'm trying to think of the right word to say.
PC, pussy controlled.
No, I don't know. We're just going down a road that I don't want to go down.
Going down
The
the
pussy
road
road?
again.
No, it has. Oh my god.
It
Never
does.
mind.
Would you rather go down the strudel road?
The people strudel.
You're missing my point. I will tell you after.
Okay,
Okay.
well, we'll tell
All
them
right.
after. We'll tell them
Ooh.
after. I like it. I
All
like it.
right.
But that
Mad scientist after hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, RJ be making up shit.
What do you mean?
You said he has a physicist on the show. He's not a physicist.
He's a physicist to me. He's a lot smarter than I am.
Well,
Anybody
that's
smarter
not
than
hard.
Me, anybody that's smarter than me is a physicist. I'm
Damn,
telling
there's
you
a
right
lot
now.
of physicists.
No,
Yeah.
come on. I'm gonna go up and just start giving people like lab coats and glasses. That's what we
Speaking
should
of
do.
Hey,
lab,
Mom,
we
I'm a
have them.
physicist.
Don't.
Well, calm down.
Don't
Relax.
fucking do
I
that.
know we have lab coats. We have beakers. We have loyal fans. We have glasses. We have slices of pizza. We have sombreros, ducks, and anime boobs. And we also have a handmade
Okay. Anyway,
giraffe from
get
Africa.
This guy.
Just saying. So I was drinking my water last week. The big thing last week for me,
As simps do.
my God, hydrating is not simpish.
Ain't no water in here.
Yeah. Oh my God, when
Just keep
Jared's
going.
dried up like a prune. But anyway, oh my God, that's not. Anyway, so the big thing for me last week wasn't even the fact of no booze. Was I didn't do any soda or any caffeine, and I'm not a big soda drinker to begin with, and I'm not a coffee drinker. But
So what does that got to do with drinking water and fronting like it was vodka? And
I wasn't fronting like it was vodka.
And simping.
What is that? Have you seen that Daniel Craig ad for that whatever? I don't know if it's Grey Goose or Smirnoff or not.
I'm
Smirnoff,
sure I have.
where he's like dancing and shit like that.
Probably. What's your point?
That I wasn't doing that. Okay, so I was drinking.
You weren't dancing.
I was not fronting like I was drinking vodka. Vodka. But so I didn't go a whole week without caffeine, right? And I would say like midway through the week, there was one day where I was just like, doing that because I just didn't have any of that artificial sugar or sweetener or whatever it is. So Monday night, I decided, I was like, you know what, RJ? And I heard Jared's voice in my head, and all it was just slewing insults at myself. And I was like, you know what, Jared's right. Let me make a drink and stop being a little bitch, right? So I got my tiki glass. I poured my Kessler in there. I poured my cherry Coke in there. And when I tell you I took a sip, like maybe this much, maybe the amount that's missing from this glass currently, about 15 seconds later, my brain shut off like phantom fireworks. Like,
when you say you hear Jared's voice, does he pop up on your shoulder like a little devil? And he's like, drink, little bitch.
Yeah, one he's wearing a lab coat. The other one he's... I don't know what the other. I'll have to think.
Good
about what
scientist, mad scientist.
Actually, that's a good skit right there.
Yeah. So
that's an easy one to do because we can film that view here, and like we'll just do whatever, and you just talking and blah blah blah, doing this and this, and then I can just film the shit on my own later, and then composite it in.
So, but
since I am the visual mad scientist,
so my brain like went off like a firework, dude. Like, and I'm not even joking, okay? I'm not a big soda guy to begin with. As of late, obviously, with the Kesslers. But, man, dude, I was so happy for,
that's you were in withdrawal. That's why you were falling asleep before.
Now he's simping for soda.
Did you have a headache, too?
No, believe it or not, I don't get those types of caffeine withdrawals where I get headaches. I do get a little sleepy or just feel kind of unmotivated.
Are you taking vitamins?
Yeah. No, I take my vitamins every day. I swear to God, I do.
I mean, if you're taking the right shit,
are you saying your
shouldn't be
prayers
low
and
on
training
energy
too, bro?
Well, I was more. I wouldn't say low on energy. I just didn't feel like doing shit. If that, I just did. I was like, blah. Like, if that makes any sense. Maybe it was on sites of me getting sick. I don't know. But anyway,
that's because you didn't drink last week, though.
So we're gonna drink till we die, folks. That's
not what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying.
But anyway,
but we are.
No, but my brain went off, and I was just so happy. I was just like, wow. I was like, that's crazy. I could literally feel it, if that makes any sense, with the sugar rush or whatever it was going off in my brain, and it was. I
think that was the alcohol.
It could have been. It could have been a combination of both. But it was just so wild to me because I will say after the one day I felt kind of like blah. I felt pretty good, in terms of mood and energy. And I took that sip and it was just like, and I was just like, hey, and I was just like bouncing off the walls for like 10 minutes. And then I leveled out and I was cool again. But it just made me think it's like, man, caffeine really is a drug.
I don't.
Caffeine's a hell of a drug.
I don't usually take any, so.
Yeah, well, and that's good. I think it's good, but at the same time, it's like, damn, dude, people like really.
Sometimes, like, I guess I say I don't take any, but I like tea over coffee.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. Yeah.
And there's a little bit less in tea, not that much less. But then. Like when I do pre-workout too, that has caffeine in it too. But I haven't really been training like that lately, so I ran out, so I don't take it right now. So.
I always think it's funny when people are like, "Oh, I'm like high on caffeine after this coffee." I'm like, "Bitch, you got some Coke?"
Oh, they're literally high on that shit. But like that's
like I
people
said,
get
I
serious
need something
headaches.
else.
People get serious headaches from not being. You know what? When I was drinking a lot of caffeine and coffee when I was working at Howard, I used to get this twitch in my fucking eye, and they say it's either stress, which I could have at that time probably could have been, but also too much caffeine.
I think that happened to me when I used to drink energy drinks.
Yeah, your eye would twitch, right?
Yeah. Those.
So the thing with
That's when I stopped. I was like, nope, fuck that. I'm not drinking something that makes my eye twitch.
Dude, I will say the thing about energy drinks is that that I used to drink them somewhat regularly for a small period in my life.
They're good.
No, I don't think they're bad. I think moderation with them
definitely.
is
Once every, I don't know. I've been drinking a lot of soda lately. Not a lot, but more than I am used to.
Yeah.
I think it's like that. Like maybe once every 6 months, once every year for an energy drink. You don't want to make that shit like a.
Yeah, I was drinking
Pretty
like
much
2 a day and chugging the second one.
Oh nah, son.
no. So to what Sean's saying, there was a time, a very small
I
period
was
of
trying
time.
to get high off of it, basically.
Oh,
Well, no. Well, I wasn't trying to do that.
I was
but
always
there
just
was,
trying to get energy.
So there was a time where I would get the 2 small thing of Red Bulls in the morning before I went to work. This is when I got up at like 5:30 in the morning. I'd stop at McDonald's, get my bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, get my hash browns, and then I'd walk into the gas station right next to my job, and I'd get 2 Red Bulls, like just the small ones, nothing, not the big ones.
Those are the regular size ones.
Yeah, well, regular size Red Bull.
You know that was the selling point when they first came out with those.
Was the size of them?
The size. It was like, this is just the right amount for you to get the energy you need throughout the day. It
See,
was
but
so crazy.
one reason I used to get Monster, A, it tastes better. B, I'm like, I need a full-size drink because I'm thirsty, too. That's why I hate that little 5-hour energy shit. Like,
I've never been a big fan of those, and I think I've done it like twice.
You remember when people were selling when Red Bull first came on the market, when people were selling them, and it was just like you had to be like a part of like some kind of whatever to get some to sell, and then you were like a sale. You were like a independent
it
distributor.
was like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, at first, and then they blew the fuck up. Then they have so much money to have.
Well,
all
I guess
the
if you
race
drink a bunch of Red Bull, you'll have the energy to go sell some fucking Red Bull.
cars. That was a crazy marketing campaign.
Dude.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And so I would get my 2 cans of Red Bull. I would drink one with my breakfast, I know that sounds obviously disgusting. And then maybe an hour and a half later, I'd crack open my second can and drink it. And
An hour and a half later.
That's a little quick.
God damn.
Or I would just around that time frame, maybe a little longer than that. But I would
I
drink
used
it.
to wait till like 2:30.
But I do remember the crashing afterwards.
Oh boy, it was bad.
Which is one of the reasons I stopped drinking them, because it's like, oh man, you feel pretty good for a little while, and then that whatever that sugar crash or whatever that shit is, it just hits you like a fucking train. And I'm like, dude, it's like, man, I want to lay the fuck down. And I stopped drinking them, one, because I already have a bad anxiety anyway. And I think when I drank those, continuously throughout a period of time, it made me so fidgety. I'd be so amped.
That's
and
the caffeine.
Yeah, and I just didn't like how they made me feel.
And the taurine shit too.
Is it the ginseng in it that does that to you?
That's a part of it, but I think that Red Bull is more taurine.
Okay,
That's why.
Sounds like a
That's
Wu-Tang
why.
song over here.
That's why it's called Red Bull, because of the taurine. The taurine is basically comes from bull fucking jizz.
Oh,
Yeah.
no wonder we're so amped. We're drinking,
drinking bull cum.
dude.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
my god. Well,
And
That's
but
the name of the
taurine,
episode.
taurine, Taurus. That's why it's called Red Bull.
well, I mean, I want to say yes. I mean, that is yes. Yes is correct.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you jizz.
But I did. I did like Monster a little bit. It does taste
Monster
a little.
I
tastes
used
better.
to get the one that was part juice, so it was definitely tasted better.
Oh yeah, yeah. When we first started back doing this, I was drinking those because I was fucking working my ass off. So I needed something. I'm like, it's fucking, and we would do this shit after we got off work by the end of the day, and it's like, bro, I need to fucking pop this shit real quick.
Yeah,
I went years without drinking any energy drinks, and then one day, my roommate's like, "Hey, are those your Monsters in the fridge?" And I'm like, "No, like I definitely don't think so. Like I haven't bought those like since before I lived here." And we're like, we can't figure out like whose they were. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't remember if I found like an expiration date, but I was like, I'm sure this shit is old. I was like, you know what? For old time's sake, I'm going to crack one open and hope I don't die. And
I mean, they have expiration dates on there for a reason.
hey, fuck it. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you're still here currently, so
Still
Motherfucker
here.
drinking
So Shawn
Slurge.
won. Fucking, no, Shawn, because there were two of them. I drank both, actually. So Shawn 2, Monster 0. Suck my balls. Unlike the time when I was much younger and I drank beer out of my trunk.
That wasn't much younger,
in
motherfucker.
No, this was like.
Wait, we talked about, who was that?
no,
that?
trunk beer. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
we already did an episode about this. Yeah, that was literally the
way
name
back
of
in
the
our.
Yeah, trunk
our
beer.
heyday.
Yeah. No, I was a lot younger. That was fucking 2007. Okay. And it was a horrible experience. Almost to this day, because it was August. And that's why the beer was so hot and nasty.
To this day.
I can still taste
Actually,
that natty light.
That would be a good soundbite.
To this day. No, so like, I like Monster, and I would drink it, but the cans, they kind of intimidate me. Like
That was
the
the whole
size
point.
of,
That's why it's
yeah.
called a monster.
Yeah. So
Jesus
no,
Christ. Do you understand marketing
I
at
do.
all?
I do. Calm down. Relax.
Fuck, man.
Please.
He said, please.
Please.
Dying.
Yeah, I'm over here dying. No, but
On a very special episode of the Mad Science Lab.
yeah. No, but I would drink all of it. But I do remember one time.
I could never drink one whole fucking monster. It would take me hours to
That's
drink
what
it.
I used to chug.
Oh,
No,
fuck,
see,
man.
I would never chug it, but I think I was more like Jared. I don't think I would take hours. I would still take time with it. But I do remember one time I drank one, and I was driving, and you know, your guys are talking about your eyes twitching and all this other shit, dude. Like I felt like my right hand, you know, I got my steering wheel in my hand. I'm driving, dude. Like my fingers I was just like, yeah, red light, green light, go.
You might as well just do some fucking Percocet or something.
Dude,
Like,
I swear energy drinks are the legal version of like doing like cocaine or just something of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
but the crash is worse than the other thing.
well,
So I've heard.
Those bangs were worse than that.
You know, I remember when we were doing the shots of Bang here on the show, and I'll tell you, as somebody who doesn't really drink any type of Red Bull or Monster anymore, I'll tell you this. I went to this was maybe a year ago. I went to a football game. Came back from the game. I got a shot, and I got a grape vodka and Red Bull. Don't ask me why. I just did.
At a
And-
football game?
No, this was after the game. This is after the game.
I still don't understand why.
Still gay.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it wasn't my idea. Put it that way. I was just like, yeah, sure,
Bro, you know you can say no.
that's fine.
Unless you're simping.
That was it's not simple.
You know what? You get the.
Yeah. Anyway, while these guys rub each other's buttholes,
Oh, that's later.
No, that's not ever. And the fact that you think that's what we do says a lot about you.
thank you, Jared. See, I like the psychological aspect of the mad scientist lab. That's what I was trying to say. Absolutely. No, but I hadn't. Somebody came up to me and they were like, "Hey, take a shot with me. Take this grape bomb."
All
or
right, we
whatever."
get it. What?
Okay, but I hadn't had Red Bull in a while, and I was like, "Look, I don't want to really drink this." I was like, because I'm afraid I'm going to be awake all night. They're like, "Oh, come on, just one." Yeah, so yeah, peer pressure. I was like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it." So did my little drop the shot glass into the cup, chug it, and I was like, "All right, cool." And then 10 minutes later, I paid my tab and I came home. It was maybe like 11 o'clock at night. And then I look at my clock and it's like 3:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still awake. Because that shit is deadly. Like,
That's a normal night for me. Waking up, staying up till 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10.
I mean,
Today was a 10 o'clock day.
I'm sorry. I mean, that sounds cool and
Jesus.
painful at the same time because you probably don't know like what day it is sometimes and you don't know what time of day it is. And then
Hey,
you look outside.
But we got some new emojis out of it, and we got a new offline screen out of it.
Yeah. Are we able to?
Even though I'm up these hours, I'm not doing shit. I'm fucking slowly trying to upgrade shit. Like I was telling him, I was researching cameras because I want to upgrade these cameras. I feel like they look good here, but then when it gets to YouTube is all fucked up. So
I think they left. Well, I mean, you are the
I
expert
feel like
when it comes to that.
It looks
so.
like trash. I want to up the game a little bit, but again, that's probably a little ways off. But I'm doing the research now, so I know when it's time. All right, boom, boom. This is what we need. There we go.
We got it. We're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Boom.
Okay, so point being, folks, if you drink energy drinks, just be careful because they will fuck you up. And caffeine is deadly. And then it's like,
Or if you want to donate to the new camera fund, you can. There's a donate button down there on the bottom of the page.
yeah, donate to the new cameras so
Also
you can see
donate
the
to the
pores in our
RJ
skin.
Memorial.
Yeah.
It's the RJ Memorial.
I mean, if just the
dying
fact
on the
if
air,
I
yeah.
die on the
He's
show.
not fucking dying.
Oh,
We're
well,
trying to sell it for ratings.
yeah. Come on. Get
Will
up there,
RJ die?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can have like a link where it says yes, no, or he's gay.
Hey,
One of
we need to. I mean, we could do that here. We don't have to have
I
a link
vote for
anywhere.
he's gay.
yeah, I just.
We could do a poll right now.
I mean, if you guys want to do a poll right now, like, just
Well,
let me know.
There's only
I bet
two
you
people.
want to do a poll.
There's only two people. Excuse me. There's only two people in the chat. So no point.
No, but caffeine. So I was talking to somebody the other day, one of my coworkers, and I told him kind of what was going on. He was like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" And I was like, "Oh, this, and that." And I was like, "Dude," and I was like, "Are you like addicted to caffeine or anything like that?" And I was just randomly making small talk with him. He was like, "Man," and then he said essentially the same thing we just talked about. He's like, "Man, I used to drink 2 Red Bulls every day. Every day." He said, "You got it." And I was like, "Did you drink one?" Because he was talking kind of
That
fast.
sounds like a fucking cokehead, bro.
Dude, yeah. So
I gave up with a
so-
Red Bull. Now I just do blow.
This person's a cokehead.
So much better.
Oh,
yeah.
this person's a cokehead.
I have no idea. I didn't get that
It's like,
far.
you got a
know.
key, bro? Let me borrow a key. All right.
Yeah, you know they are.
Yeah, but anyway, he was like, "It's really difficult. It's really difficult." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." And I went back about my business and my workday and proceeded. But it just kind of made me think just a tad bit. It's like, man, society functions off of this. Like,
Oh, don't let us keep you the fuck up.
don't worry, Shawn.
Well, keep it down a little.
Sorry about that.
I'm the one with fucking 5 hours of sleep over here.
Hey,
Yeah.
I had to work today.
Oh,
okay?
man.
Did you make money?
I made money. Yes, that's how it works.
Do you feel rich?
Let's not get carried away now.
RJ takes it to like the
Yeah.
third step before the step.
Did you
that
work
should
for
actually-
free? No? Are you a millionaire?
Yeah.
Somewhere in between, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you ain't first or last, but it just amazes me that we all, that the vast majority of society functions off of this stuff, and without it, you're just like a.
That's because society tells us that we have to always be fucking going if we want to be successful. Like, I don't think that's true. You still gotta. There's got to be balance in it, just like we always talk about. You gotta get your fucking sleep.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta get your exercise.
As we just showed.
You gotta eat right. You gotta get all the shit in one. And that's the only way to be successful, to be honest, is like chipping away slowly at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like 1% better every day.
I'm chipping.
So within 100 days, you're 100%.
Chipping ain't easy.
Chipping ain't easy, baby.
Yeah.
I like that name for the show as well.
Chipping
Chipping ain't easy. Yeah.
that is a good one.
No, but it just kind of, as somebody who doesn't drink coffee, because I know coffee is like a must, and I'm sure everybody out there knows somebody that person, when they wake up in the morning, if they don't have their coffee, they're like the grumpiest.
They're addicts.
Yeah. Coffee is an addiction. Caffeine is an addiction.
I mean, one of my roommates makes coffee every morning, but he leaves the house at 5:15 a.m., so
Does he go to bed?
pretty sure I would need some coffee, too.
Well, and that's fine. And I think one
Not
of the
if you
reasons.
go to bed at the right time.
But it's hard to go to bed at the right time when you have to leave the house at 5:15 a.m.
I understand that, but people make the adjustment. Fucking Mark Wahlberg wakes up at fucking 4 something in the morning, and
Okay.
or no, his is like 3 something.
Yeah.
The
to
Rock
do his
wakes
work.
up
Oh,
at
it's
3
fun.
and
Yeah, exactly.
works out for 6 hours before he films a movie for 12 hours.
Exactly, and I guarantee he's not.
Not
fucking,
everybody's The Rock or Mark Wahlberg.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying
It's
is
only guys that are so dreamy.
there's fucking ways to do it without fucking having to rely on a substance to fucking take.
Oh, yeah,
up.
because I'm sure guys like The Rock and Mark Wahlberg don't rely on any fucking substances.
that's the thing, but that's also their job. They got to look good for their job, right?
That's relying on a substance.
I get it.
You got to
That's
be
fine.
awake. He's got to be awake for his job.
All I'm saying is there are ways to wake up in the morning
All right.
to prevent you from having to make a cup of coffee. And I'm not talking just about your coworker. I'm talking or your roommate. I'm talking about just people in general.
But here's what I'm going to do. So probably it's a Saturday night. I'm off tomorrow. We're going to go out after the show. I'll probably get home like after 2 or something. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to wake him up, right? Even though, he's got to get up at 5 or whatever. And then I'm going to be like, hey, you need to stop drinking that coffee and be more like The Rock. Get your life together.
No, that's, again, now you're doing what he's doing.
And I'm going to be drunk as fuck.
No, you're doing what he's doing. You're going to the extra third step that doesn't need to be taken before you even get to the first step.
I am the extreme.
You're like jumping over fucking
We're
stairs.
step leapers. Another good name.
But step leapers. If you skip steps, shit breaks.
This is, I don't know.
This has been a very educational Mad Scientist.
I mean,
That's why it's the Mad Scientist Lab, baby.
And you can catch us anywhere you get
The
your
fuck?
podcast.
What are we talking about here?
We talk about
We're talking about
skipping steps and shit.
Yeah, we're like,
See, Londa doesn't drink coffee either.
well, good for you, Londa.
I don't drink coffee
yeah.
normally, except for pumpkin spice lattes are coming back, and I am ready like a white
man,
girl.
dude.
Okay.
All right.
Now, obviously you don't know the history and pumpkin spice lattes on this show.
Yeah, you welcome to the fall extravaganza that is Jared's domain of not drinking
Oh yeah,
PSLs.
pumpkin spice lattes.
shit's stupid.
No,
I
so
can't wait.
I'm not gonna lie. I've tried coffee. I feel like in like 15 different ways, and I still don't like it. I mean, I've tried lattes, frappuccinos. I've tried it black, cream, and sugar. I've tried different types of sugars. You know,
Doing it wrong.
You got to do a lot of stuff to it to make it taste good.
Yeah, caramel macchiato was if I was to go to Starbucks.
I'm a Starbucks
And
diva.
usually, if I go to Starbucks, it's like if I'm at a conference for work or whatever, and the company's paying for it, I'm like, yeah, I'll take a caramel macchiato grande or whatever the fuck the shit is called, the big one.
Yeah, I still don't know the name.
And I'm gonna go through it like it's fucking Kool-Aid because it's so sweet. I don't ever taste it. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm jittery for fucking the rest of the day.
And the worst part is you probably had to sit down and stay still while someone gave a lecture. You're like,
Or fucking or build a fucking website or whatever.
oh god, yeah. So I think that's another thing too.
Release date of what, Epic?
Pumpkin spice lattes?
Oh, is that what he's talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, don't put that shit back up there.
I agree with you.
That's all the camera saw was that bullshit on there.
Don't worry, it'll be time soon here in the next couple of weeks.
Well, remember,
Just put it off over where your sunglasses are next time.
Put it next to the tissues with the rest of the trash.
for fuck's sake.
For fuck's
Oh,
sake.
you're a PSL too?
My man.
PSL bitch.
Dude,
Hey.
No.
That's what I'm calling him right from now on.
Now, Jared, and I know we've had this conversation multiple times throughout the years in the history of this show, but when it comes to pumpkin spice lattes, or as the young people like to say, PSLs, do you like pumpkin pie?
No.
Do you like
It's similar. It's too
pie?
similar to I mean, I'll eat it, but it's too similar to sweet potato pie, and I hate sweet potatoes.
I don't like sweet potatoes either, but I do like pumpkin pie.
I mean, I'll eat it. I would prefer not to eat it, but
I love getting served a nice big slice of pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Do you like apple pie? So what is the best pie? Apple?
Cherry.
Cherry pies.
I'm probably the only one. Well, I don't want to say the only one, but there's everybody that I always say like my favorite pie is cherry. They're always like, "Ew, cherries are nasty." I'm like, you're eating the fucking cherries off the tree. I'm eating the ones that have been fucking basically sauteed in fucking sugar.
Yeah.
And like, I think cherry pie is the best pie. Apple pie is good. Cobbler, peach cobbler.
Don't sleep on lemon meringue.
You know what? I think
That's
is
the
actually
whitest shit I've ever heard.
I'm
Well,
white,
it is.
motherfucker.
We are very white.
Deal with it.
Christ.
All right? I drink pumpkin spice lattes. I eat
Oh,
lemon meringue
that
pie.
and you wear
And I root for America's team.
fucking Uggs and scarves in the fall.
No, I wear Jordans and Survivor masks.
How many? You need
Buffs.
to update those.
Well,
Why are you
I've
still-
lost. I used to have more. I lost them. I'm down to this and one that I got autographed by John Morrison.
Jesus Christ!
Damn,
man.
Starship Pain, baby.
Yeah,
Epic,
because he was
man.
on Survivor. So
I'm gonna allow it, but you gotta You can't you can't be doing this shit, man.
He's Epic is allowed to do whatever he wants.
No, he's just using certain words that like always gets flagged, and then he wonders why his messages don't get fucking.
Did he call
put
somebody
through.
a soft head?
No, he used. We were talking about pies.
Oh, that pie. Oh,
Yeah.
Poontang pie.
I mean, I'm gonna check
Some
into.
motherfuckers don't realize that if we ever get monetized on fucking YouTube, like we will not get monetized because we can't fucking say YouTube is becoming.
It's a crazy world, man.
YouTube is becoming very centric.
I just
But
watched.
it's still a media that's free that we can just pump shit out. So
Here is our weekly Shawn watched the documentary update.
All right, I
All
like
right,
this.
so
I
don't
like
worry, it's not like last week's.
wait, which
Okay.
one?
Well, last week we talked about Mr.
Okay, no,
Fogel.
I don't want.
Yeah, all right. So this week, so RJ, you know the series on Vice, Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
Well, they also have they did a Dark Side of the '90s, and I was watching Dark Side of the 2000s, and it was a 2-part episode about Shock Jock Radio, and so it mostly focused on Howard Stern and a couple of his big rivals, one being Man Cow and the other mainly Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to relive like all the crazy shit that people used to do on free terrestrial, as they call it now, radio, that like today you couldn't do that shit like anywhere.
Bro,
and get away with
the shit
it.
that used to be on the Howard Stern show when it was on E, because that was the
Yeah.
first recorded terrestrial radio show.
Right.
Like,
I
and-
used to watch it every night as a
Yeah,
teenager.
they used to
man.
do some wild
Dude,
shit.
they had chicks with the what is it, like the fucking machine and all that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, they showed
dude,
that.
Dude, Howard Stern was.
Just had an idea.
I mean, come on, man. You're a young young man coming into adulthood, and it's like, oh, here, I can listen to this guy swear and watch this woman get fisted by a machine. Why not?
Yeah, but then like these girls would come on and just be like, "Oh, like I want to get in Playboy. I'm gonna come get naked." And sometimes Howard would just be like, like your body is trash. Like,
Yeah.
But then at the same time, what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about the logistical and the administrative side of it. We're not monetized by YouTube, so who gives a fuck?
who gives a fuck? We're going full Howard Stern. Bring the naked girls in. Yeah.
We should, and then we just blur shit out. What they gonna say?
I can't believe you're agreeing to something like this.
What do you mean?
Check your temperature. Somebody check this
No,
man's
like
temperature.
what do you mean? Like
I don't know.
bro,
I think
I'm free speech, but I also want to stay within the rules of whatever media that we're using to fucking build this empire up to.
this is an empire, the mad empire.
I had quotes. Keep going.
Quotation. But regardless, yeah. So if you guys want to see censored boobs on the Mad Scientist Lab,
Now,
us a
I'll put it this
hell
way.
Mm.
Girls in bikinis are always on fucking Twitch, so we know it's possible, ladies and gentlemen.
well, there are also, since you mentioned it,
and
there
I've been watching a couple.
yeah, and we could talk about that.
Only because one was a gamer, and I guess she got accused of cheating in Call of Duty.
oh, she better.
So
not be.
now she's doing.
That's a huge turnoff. By
Now
the way.
she's doing the bikini shit with this other streamer. She's a fucking pool tubs and hot tub, whatever they fucking call that shit.
That kind of upsets me. I won't lie to you. There's nothing like a really attractive young lady who's good at games, but you find out they're cheating, and then when they're caught, they're like, oh, well, I can't do this anymore. And then they just go get naked somewhere. God forbid I want to see a woman naked. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you have to be good at games, too. It's very important. It's very important. Just saying. Just saying.
Well, no, you don't have to be good at games. Not all of them are good at games.
Well, I know, but you don't need to be cheating. Cheating in games, especially nowadays.
Well, they did the cheating to. There's a long story behind it, but she was accused of cheating. She also denied that she was cheating. But it was just funny how she just stopped playing Call of Duty after she was in a tournament and didn't do very well because she didn't have access to her shit.
yeah, well,
But it was also for the TikTok. She was getting a big following on TikTok, so she was just kind of keeping that. That's why and this girl's young.
yeah, I got you.
And when I say young, she's over 21, but like to me, that's
Well,
fucking
yeah.
young.
Well, even to us in general, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I get it. You're trying to keep the strike while the iron's hot and all this shit. But it's like, I think most people see through your shit. But then also, that's the other thing that I've noticed a lot of streamers do when they have some wild shit that they've been accused of or whatever.
Yes.
Because I know somebody else who was accused of some shit and they got kicked off of No Pixel and all this other shit. But they start hiding behind their mods.
I got you.
So their mods, who are like people they trust to run their chat, so if some crazy shit pops up, they're like, whoop, takes it away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or bans the person.
Right.
And fucking.
And see, that's the difference today. It's like now, like if you get fired or canceled or whatever, you get taken off whatever for whatever controversial thing. It's like, oh, that's gonna fuck you over. Like back in the day, like watching this documentary, it's like when Howard Stern or Opie and Anthony lost their jobs for doing outlandish shit, it would only lead them to get better jobs. Like Opie and Anthony got fired in Boston. Oh, well, then they got on the New York. They got a job in New York. They get fired there. Oh, then they're on satellite. Like
I will say this.
I think it's my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I think it's shout out to Epic. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs.
Thank you, brother. We
well, I turned the sound off, Epic, because it was getting annoying. I don't want to say we appreciate it, but it was just the sound over and over again.
Audio.
I could reset it to just do it one time, which I need to do, and I just haven't gotten to it. But I forgot what I was saying now.
That's okay. I kind of forgot what I was saying too. Fuck me.
Yeah, we got to get used to being able to go back and forth.
Yeah, well, no, I understand that. So what did you just say?
I was talking about Opie and Anthony getting fired and getting better jobs out of it.
So let me ask you guys, and since we do this, and we've done this for quite some time now, and we listen to a lot of podcasts. We live in a very
I listen to a lot more podcasts than you.
I know that you do. I'm just saying in general. We live in a very different society nowadays, more sensitive and all this. Have you ever thought, even with the whole, like, you backing free speech and this and that, have you ever listened to somebody that you liked and thought, oh, wow, like, that's too far? Like yourself, as opposed to you just always defending it? Like,
not if it's something comedic, because to me, if the point of something is to be funny, that even if I think maybe it crossed whatever lines I may have, everybody has different lines. So you can't go and say like, oh, this is what I hate about the whole cancel culture. And Opie and Anthony used to talk about this years ago, where like they do one type of joke, about cancer or something. Somebody call up and say, hey, that's not funny to me because my cousin had that, blah, blah. Okay, everybody knows somebody that had, so everybody's got their soft spots. So it's not cool for me to laugh at something that somebody else would say is, too far, and then 2 minutes later I'm going to say, oh, now you're too far. So not with comedy, but I have seen people that weren't trying to be funny, that were trying to be serious, that definitely have gone too far on,
Well, that's not comedy, though. I kind of agree with what he's saying. It's funny you brought up the cancer thing, because I was trying
Smith.
I was trying to work this one bit out. This was a while ago, probably a year and a half ago. And one of our friends from Tortuga Verde, you'll probably know who it is when I'm done with it. But the joke was, I had this friend who had prostate cancer.
Okay.
And he was looking for ways to different doctors, and I was helping him find different remedies. And I was like, I know this guy in California who works in Mexico who can blah, 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 this and another thing. And I was like, you probably could have just jerked off a lot more. I said the joke. And this person was like, that's too soon.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're
he
not
told
dead.
me in confidence. I didn't use his name. And
Too soon.
it's a fucking joke. The
You're
guy
not
is
dead.
already cool with the fucking fact that he has this issue, and it's been taken care of. So,
which is a good thing.
What's wrong with the fucking joke? All on top, and then then I'll be watching some certain shit, like Kill Tony. I'll watch some shit. Tony Hinchcliffe says some wild shit sometimes, but I know it's all for comedy, and it's to get the laugh. He's not trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
Right.
It's just, and if you feel like your feelings are hurt off of a joke, like
Then turn it
I'm
off.
sorry. Yeah, I don't know, but I get this sometimes in public when I make a joke and people get offended. Actually, one other thing that I was saying, somebody got offended, same person, and I was just like, and I felt bad afterwards, and I was like, oh, maybe that was too far. But then I thought about it, I'm like, but everything I said was factual, and it wasn't in a derogatory way. It was just correcting your inaccuracy of what you're saying because I know more about the subject than you knew. So I don't know. It's people be crazy, bro.
People be, as the young folks like to say, trippin' be. I've always wanted to say that. I feel thugnificent.
I would say.
See you, Epic. Thank you for showing up, and
thank you, buddy.
Thank you for the 10 gift
Yeah,
subs.
thank you as always, man. We definitely love and appreciate you.
And
Thank you so
Londa,
much.
you're 100% correct. Cancel culture basically equal. I'd say equals white liberals. And yeah, you're right.
And no, he's 100% correct. Yeah. And I know that's obviously things we don't really discuss on the show. But speaking of the outrage of things, and and I'm not trying to go far with this anyway. It just popped in my head. So obviously a couple months ago we had the huge Bud Light fiasco, and it still hasn't recovered, and all this other stuff. A lot of celebrities and people came out and said, "Oh, I'll never represent this again," and then did whatever to the cans, just like when they were boycotting Nike, they were burning jerseys and they were shooting Bud Light cans. Extra shit.
And those
Nike's
are
doing just fine, by the way.
But guess what? Those are white conservatives.
Yeah, so
there's a common theme here. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there.
They like
I wasn't
burning
there.
things.
Yeah.
I didn't say you.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, but you're right. No, but
This whole extreme left, extreme right shit is getting wild, bro.
It's so dumb. But there's as of yesterday at some point in the afternoon, there's a photo of Kid Rock holding a Bud Light can at a recent event.
Who cares?
Why'd you even bring that up?
No, but that's my point. That was kind of my whole point. So he went out.
I feel like he was just doing shtick before, anyways. Like,
I want to hear this story.
No. So, but my point is that at one point he was outraged, or quote unquote outraged. We don't know if he was just doing it for shtick or
First of all, he was doing two things, and because he's a musician, I see one for a reason.
He was keeping his name relevant for one.
That was okay. So 3 things. So keeping his name relevant, expressing freedom of speech. I don't agree with this, so I'm gonna do this, and showing his support for the Second Amendment. That's why he did that shit.
Okay, and I'm okay with that.
That's American shit.
He was born free.
Yeah, that's some American shit. That's the most American you can get.
Yeah, and
Kid Rock, baby.
And I'm all for it. But
I love Kid Rock.
I saw this photo, and then obviously the comments are going to be just like, "Oh, look at this long-haired douchebag, with his meth teeth," and and everybody's just like ripping him to shit. Then I'm sitting there thinking, it's just a beer.
I don't think he has meth teeth.
Well, I'm just saying what the comments were. But people were attacking this guy, and so
I had to start reading comments.
No, and you know what? You should.
I'm torn.
Too.
I'm torn because I'll see.
It's also fucking stupid.
I get it, but I see a thing on TikTok, a video on TikTok, and I'm listening to what the person says, and I just want to see what the other side is saying, because I think it's stupid to just fucking listen to something and then only have what I want to hear about the subject be my thing. I think you're limiting yourself.
But all you're gonna do is get into arguments.
No, I didn't say comment.
No, but I'm just reading the comments. All you're gonna see is people arguing.
No, that's fine. I want to see what they are. I want to see the other side. Usually, what happens is, if the thing is super controversial, whatever direction, the comments will be the other direction.
Right.
That's what I've been noticing lately. It used to be like a mixture of people going back and forth, and I think people just like, I'm not going to argue. But now it's like, this shit is far too left, so the far right is going to come in and fucking say how much this person is wrong, and then vice versa for the other way around.
And you know what? I've noticed that as well.
People just want to argue.
And it stinks, and we're not saying that anybody shouldn't have an opinion. Everybody has one. But with these
like
the platforms of social media, various outlets,
It gives everybody a voice.
it gives everybody a voice. But you're right. After a certain point, when you get on social media now,
Social media is cancer.
it is so bad. Jared could go out. Jared is first of all, and I'm going to praise Jared.
I think that's give me a second. I think that's an extreme point of view, but go
I haven't been using it lately, for the most part. Much happier because I don't have to go online and read people whining and bitching about one thing or another, and that's all it ever is.
I want to hear.
So no. But Jared, who has served this country, who has done the
Oh my God.
hold on, who has done the probably one of the most American things you can do,
Buy a
graduate.
Kid Rock CD. Oh,
Yeah, hell yeah, ball with the ball.
By the way, unpopular opinion. I didn't do it for the country.
Yeah.
he did it for the money.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
I did it for the Camaro, motherfucker.
No, but that's American. That is so
True,
American.
true,
That is
true.
the most American thing you've ever said. I didn't do it for the country. I did it for the Camaro.
Yeah, you didn't do it for a Porsche, okay?
If it paid more, I would have got the Porsche.
Yeah, but
I never had a Camaro.
Not in this military.
But Jared could literally be sitting out on the beach, sun tanning or whatever it is, and he could see a kid in the ocean drowning with the parents aren't anywhere around. Jared's
gonna let that kid die.
Ain't no fucking way, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, hold on. Hear me out. This is
The headline
whole
will be "Man watches kid drown."
point.
No, that'll be black man watches kids drown.
And then everybody, all the white liberals and everybody's gonna come out. Oh, I would have never done that. Yeah,
I'd save that boy if he were black. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So no, but he's right. We're right. So, but Jared could go out and save a drowning child, drag him to shore, resuscitate him to life, and then somebody somewhere on the internet
grabbing that kid, you pervert.
They were like, "Did you like the taste of his lips?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, somebody is gonna make your good gesture into something negative on social media.
Yeah.
You could save the president, not any president in general. You could save a building from exploding.
Do I want to save any of
Is
them?
Jared that much of a hero? You're really hyping him up over here.
Again, 3 steps ahead of where he needs to be.
So
fucking Jared Bauer. Over there.
Jared Bauer. No, but my point is that no matter what you do, no matter how good the deed, if you post it on social media in any aspect, somebody is going to find something wrong with it. And it's terrible.
You got a crooked tooth, motherfucker. Like what?
Oh, I know. And the crazy part is people don't, especially doing shit like this. Nobody judges anyone more than the people who actually are in the fucking situation. Like right now, like I'll watch this shit back. I'm like, I did that wrong. Why is my fucking face like that? Why am I doing it? That's a stupid gesture. You know what I'm saying? I'm already judging myself. So having all these other motherfuckers judge you is like just the tip of the iceberg, I guess. Just like when we posted that short, and then you were commenting on the shit. I was like, first of all, you motherfuckers don't understand what comedy is. The guy he was serious, but he wasn't serious. And then somebody was like, you can't act like you can't turn the fucking lobby sound off. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We're doing a bit here, people.
Take your little wooden thumb out of your ass, dude.
Right.
I'm serious.
We're not seriously podcasting about this shit. Like,
so it stinks because, you want to do the right thing. And then sometimes I think when you are capable, and this could be completely wrong, but I feel like if you're capable of doing a good deed sometimes, I feel sometimes people are hesitant to do it due to some sort of backlash from the world. If it is on a platform to where we can all see it. It's like, put it this way, a very common thing in this area, which I'm sure is common everywhere else, is panhandlers. Like when you're going down the Parkway.
They're out in front of my job all the time.
Yeah, you see the guys when you're going down the Parkway or where somebody standing at an intersection with their sign, help me out, help a brother out, whatever it is.
I've never read
$5.
I'm not gonna lie, and I don't mean to sound disheartful or whatever. I've never read one of those fucking signs.
I don't really read them. If it's next to me, of course I'm gonna be like, oh, but it goes back to, it's like, oh, so this guy does need some help. Maybe I should give him $1. Say you give him $1, but now people are going to be like, you know what? I've given this homeless man $1. Let me record it. Hey, I'm helping the world. Look at this homeless man.
If you do that, you're just a shitty ass person.
You're a douchebag. I 100% agree, because an act of kindness does not need to be recorded.
No.
Period. And
Clout chasers.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not doing this for the homeless person. You're doing it for
the likes.
Yeah, you're doing it for the likes and your own self-absorption, ego, whatever
to be
the
honest,
case may.
like the act of you doing it should be enough for you to get that boost in ego.
Yep, but it's not. It's not.
So,
they need those likes, that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
So I'll give
Dopamine.
you, and I have, and I'm sure we all have at maybe very small portions of our time have seen somebody in front of a 7-Eleven, a convenience store, giving them $1 or $2. Okay, maybe once or twice.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. I have to a very, very minor degree. Okay. Jared is like, no, I serve this country. You're not.
No.
Well, as he pulls off in his
you know
Camaro.
what? Sadly, I will admit that is part of it. It's like, I don't know why it is, but it's like I feel like, because I've been in situations where I haven't had stuff and I had to work or figure out a way to get it.
To be successful and
I'm not even talking about successful. I'm just you see me as what you see now, but there's times where I was fucking trying to scrounge pennies and
Right,
dimes to
yeah.
fucking get 2 fucking tall boys a fucking 211 Steel Reserve,
which is the best 40. Period.
No,
such
2
thing.
tall boys. You
Oh,
didn't
tall
hear what I
boys.
just
Okay,
said.
okay.
They were 99
Still-
cent back in the
Steel
day.
Reserve is horrible.
Yeah, but it's still the
But
best.
that's all
I
I
get
could
your
afford.
point. Absolutely, yeah. And you weren't sitting in front of 7-Eleven asking for
No,
money.
I've done the same
I'm
thing.
scrounging in my apartment
I mean, there's a guy always
that I
at
could
my
barely afford
7-Eleven.
because I'm there by myself in my apartment in Southern California, which was expensive back then. It's even more expensive now.
And it's crazy that, so when it comes to like the whole like helping out somebody in need, like the homeless or whatever it is.
Well, one time the dude was like, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
Yeah.
And then he said something else, and I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, there
But,
you go. Well, I mean,
Londa, what do you mean by that? He said, helping people out with money through social media isn't charity, but an investment. What do you mean by that? I mean, I don't know if y'all have an opinion.
I kind of think I know what he's saying.
Investment in just trying to like get your likes up, or is that?
Yeah,
what
it's something to help build your status quo, I guess, to a degree. If that's
status,
what,
not status quo.
all right, I'm not very logical. I'm half dying and I'm on meds.
He said I'm not very logical. Oh, you just aren't using the right words. That's
Well, I'm not very logical and I'm dying.
His brain
I'm like,
is shutting down.
Dude, I cannot wait for like at least another day and a half to where I feel like a normal human being again.
If I get sick, I'm fucking coming to kill you.
That's fine. And I thought about it earlier. I was like, damn, dude. Like, I almost called the whole thing off. I was like, I'm just going to lay in my bed. And I was like, no, that's disrespectful to Jared Smith.
No,
You know, here's the thing. My thing
to
with
the show.
panhandlers, though, is that I've seen this happen where they're out doing this, right in front of my job, like I said. And meanwhile, at my job, there might be a big sign in front that says "Now hiring." So, how about you fucking come get a job? Like, and I'm not saying, I have been quite generous in some instances with people, because I get it. You can't judge people generally.
Sometimes, what if they're homeless though? If they don't have an address, they can't get a job. You
Yeah,
have to have an address. You have to have a social security
Hey, if
card.
you could figure it out.
Well,
Let's just say the place I used to work at.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could find a under the table type place, but some people might not have that brain capacity. And that's the other thing. Like, I was kind of being judgmental before. Like,
Yeah, some people have fucking mental issues, yes. And I mean, my thing is like, I usually don't want to give them money for multiple reasons. One, because a lot of times I need the fucking money, you know? But my thing is, like, if I don't always smoke, but sometimes I have cigarettes. If I have cigarettes, I usually try to at least give them a cigarette. And then they're always like, you got 2? And I'm like, all right, you know what? Have 3. We're done. Beat it. All right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I was going to say, like, I remember one time, and this is when I lived down in Woodbridge.
Hoodbridge.
Or that's what they call it. I went down to the local McDonald's, picked up some dinner for me and my roommate. And I'm coming home, and if you're familiar with the area, you know, especially when you first come into
Less details.
Yeah.
More story.
More story.
So I'm sitting at a light. There's and it's I think around the wintertime or the holiday
less
season.
details.
Yeah. I'm trying to paint the picture anyway.
All right, so this
There's a
homeless guy was cold.
yeah,
You're
this
painting
whole-
the picture for your own brain, not for the rest of us.
Well, use your brain.
What
folks.
color was the car?
My car is black. Anyway, but I pulled up to a stoplight. Guy standing on a median, and he's like standing at my window. And I don't know. I guess it was the holiday season. So I rolled my window down, and I said, "Hey, brother." Remove that cup off your table. I said, "Hey,
I
brother."
give him
over
a
there.
cheeseburger. I'm going to drink it.
Oh,
So
I'd give him a burger.
No, so I did. So
Okay.
I said, "Hey, man, I don't have any cash to give you."
Yeah,
I
here's a
said,
McDouble.
Yeah,
Like,
so I gave him a bacon McDouble. I gave him a sandwich, and he said, "Thank you." And I said, "You're welcome." Light turned green, went about my night.
and then he
And
threw it at the car.
he probably did. I don't know. I don't think he did. But I was kind of, I don't want to say impressed. I was kind of taken aback that he was happy about getting
That's
a
the way
burger.
to go about
cool
it.
story,
because-
bro.
What? I'm
Well,
just
no,
saying.
if you give them food, then you can be sure they're not going to go spend it on liquor or whatever. They're going to actually eat. Like,
Well, I'm just
I don't
saying.
know. I think we're being. I don't know.
no, I get it. If I was fucking homeless, I'd want to be drunk all the time too. Shit, I have a home and I want to
Well,
be
they
drunk
probably
all the time.
what
but-
happen, if it's that situation, like we said, they already have an issue before, so they already have.
That might be why they're homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably literally drank themselves out of house and home. So,
Well, but also, again, a lot of people.
Oh, go ahead.
A lot of people not just have mental issues, but it's because they're veterans of our military that went to war for this country.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's one reason when I see that these beggars are veterans, then I'm much more generous. Like, there used to be one guy I encountered when I lived in Woodbridge, and, you know,
I'm not homeless, but I'm a veteran, so please donate down here.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
not get carried away.
Donate
And I
to
saw
the home.
something that made me fucking sick on the bus one time. So this guy, homeless veteran, had a walker. All right, so obviously he's not in great shape. And one time on the bus, there is only one seat empty, and he it's just this woman's bags. And he says, you know, can I sit there? She's like, oh no, that's for my bags.
Bro, I'm telling you.
So I got up, I gave him my fucking seat.
Yeah, please. I'm about to give up my lunch looking at that cup.
Why don't you give up your nuts?
Nah.
All right.
Fucking say-
Nuts lunch.
Londa said, if you're sick, why are you drinking?
Well, this is
It's
true.
medicine.
Hold on. So I 100% agree with Londa, but just because my throat is in so much pain.
Speaking of that, pass me that bottle, please.
It is right here. But I thought, well, I was like, maybe if I get a little bit of cure in me, it'll kind of help subside it because my brain is kind of numbed out.
It'll give you a little something, but
I mean, I still feel like crap, but
just make sure you drink water.
oh, dude, I've been drinking water for like literally the last 2 days. Yeah, staying hydrated is very important, folks. No, but I thought since I didn't drink last week on the show, and since I am a little under the weather, a little whiskey doesn't hurt. Now, I would prefer to be
Chicken noodle
drinking.
soup.
That's what I
Chicken
told
noodle
the
soup.
officer. but
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
He said 2.4.
No. Oh, dear God. No, but I just thought maybe a little bit would help kind of soothe my ailments, and it's helping, I guess, a little bit. I would think it would be better with tea instead of, obviously, some sugary soda.
You know where they have the best homeless people?
The best homeless people.
Thought we were off of this subject.
Jesus, all right.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, no.
You know
All right.
why?
Because they're the racist.
No, because
Most
the greatest
racist.
thing, I swear to God, when you're in Boston, every homeless person that comes up to you, the first thing they ask is not for money. Yes, they do get there. The first thing they ask is, what was the Red Sox score? And I'm like, I love this city. I love
Cool story,
this
bro.
city.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Fuck you, Jared.
Like, nobody gives a fuck about the
For
Red Sox.
Beantown. Oh.
What was I fucking saying? Oh, yeah. And the only thing that anybody cares about is them holding them 2 L's against the Nationals. So
Hey, we
moving
just
on.
beat the Yankees twice, so we're doing fine. Congrats to
Ooh.
the Nats. They're on fire.
The worst team in their fucking division.
Yeah, we're the
Okay.
second worst, but we're
yeah.
we're the whole everybody at the Yankees has a winning record in the AL East. We're right outside of the playoffs, so we're in 4th place. They might be 4 fucking AL East teams in the playoffs.
God, you have the worst teams that I hate all the teams that you like.
It's
I
fitting
think
because
that's
you
why
hate
God-
me. So
I think
Yeah,
that's why
sure,
God
yeah, sure.
brought him into our lives. Yeah. They were like, we need some sort of balance here. That's the way I just kind of
Have
look
you,
at certain.
since you've been sick, guy, have you been watching anything?
Yes, I actually have got caught up on all the recent
Because this is the entertainment beaker.
your entertainment beaker. Never
mind, never mind.
Stop. I'm going to do it. Stop.
just get to the story.
I'm going to do it. Hold on. The entertainment beaker.
It's a
Because it's a
beaker.
container of entertainment. There we go. That took a lot of energy out of me. Oh my god. No, but so I have been watching a few things. I've got caught up on the new season of Justified, which is, and I'm glad I listened to you, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just like,
How many episodes in are they?
5 or 6?
5 or 6.
Okay. I'm just gonna watch it later because I still haven't finished the original series. Actually,
I mean, I didn't.
but it's all on Hulu, so I gotta just
Either.
go binge it all.
I think I finished it, but I don't care.
Honestly, I've only watched the first season. I liked it. I just never got back to it.
Let's put it this way: you can watch this season without it affecting you watching. the old
I get you, but I'd still rather watch it in order. Yeah.
one. It's not an order.
yeah. Well,
Oh, is this like a prequel or?
No,
well,
it's just
after the
it's just-
fact.
yeah, it's just there.
It's just a
Okay,
different.
I get it.
Yeah.
But there's still probably be things that would give away. Like
not really.
it's okay. I'll get to it all eventually.
Okay.
No, but so since we're on the subject of that, I know that did you know that Timothy Oliphant was actually supposed to play Captain Kirk in the new JJ?
I did.
Yeah,
He said he was too old.
yeah, he was too old, and then he was also supposed to play Dom, in the Fast and the Furious, or Dom's brother. Who was that?
John
Jason?
Cena?
No. There was a character in the Fast and the
it's
Furious.
John Cena.
Yeah, so he was.
they gave the role to John Cena.
So they gave it to. So yeah,
That was a bad choice.
yeah. So and I think Timothy Oliphant is very underrated.
I agree.
He's a very good actor.
Absolutely.
But before you get off of that, I want to go back to him playing the Captain Kirk. It is true. He was definitely. If the show had come on during the Justified time, maybe he could have got away with it. But Kirk is young at this point. This was before he even took over.
Yeah.
So what age is
the
Kirk
Enterprise.
supposed to be on it?
I don't know the exact age, but it's let's say let's put it with it. Strange New Worlds, Star Trek Strange New Worlds is just before Enterprise or not Enterprise, the original series. So if you watch the original series, I talked about this before. The pilot and a couple episodes after, the captain was John Pike, Captain John Pike. Kirk wasn't even there. He ended up coming on, I guess, for whatever logistical reasons. He ended up coming on, and I don't know if they explained it in the story, but anyway, Pike also came back in a couple episodes of the original series. Now, this series is before that, so it's a prequel before Kirk is there. Kirk exists in the series, but he's not. He's on a different ship. He's a lieutenant on a different ship.
Okay.
But they also show flash forwards of Pike being in the situation he was in on the Enterprise from the original series.
Because Timothy Oliphant is like 50 years old.
Yeah, he was too old for that role.
Yeah.
They needed a younger guy.
The first
Yeah.
thing I remember him from is Scream 2, and that was
Yeah.
fucking 1997.
You gotta
did.
you gotta remember.
He has-
Kirk was young. Like William Shatner was a young dude.
absolutely.
When that show came
absolutely.
out.
And I will say, I think they did with what's his name, Chris Pine. is the guy who ended up playing.
Yeah, that's from the movies, though.
Yeah, no, but I think they did a great job selecting him as the role.
Yeah.
Now, I feel Timothy
He
Olyphant-
actually did it the best. That wasn't exactly like Kirk. Oh, shit. It wasn't exactly like William Shatner, but it was close enough where it's like, oh, I believe he's Kirk.
Yeah.
This guy, I think he's doing it his own way. I don't really see him as James T. Kirk yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in the later seasons, which I've seen a few people arguing online that just like all the other series, there should be like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Because there's only 10 episodes. Like
That's the way it goes now.
I know, but bro, this show is so good. It can do 20 episodes.
But, well, here's the thing I'll say, because I'm a very old school guy, so I prefer TV shows with those long 20-something episode seasons. But the argument people make today is, well, when you have the shorter, the 10, 13 episodes, whatever, and I think you need at least that many. I don't like when there's like 6 or 8. Like, no, come on, that's bullshit. But they say, well, that way you're going to get like a really good episode every week, as opposed to where most shows that had your 22, 23 episode or 24 episode seasons would have like at least a couple or, episodes like this is filler,
Yeah.
And I think that's what made 24 such a great show, is that it managed not to do that in my eyes.
Same thing with Star Trek TNG. The Next Generation had 23
Right,
season.
right.
There weren't any filler episodes. There were some that were weaker than others, but they were all good.
And I'm not a Star Trek guy, but I feel like Star Trek is something that has enough base material and everything. That
Oh, yeah. They got a lot.
you could easily do a 23 episode whatever season and not have much drag time.
And their format is that's what is cool about this. Their format is just like the old like TNG, where is each week there's a different problem to solve, and it's solved by the end of the episode. It might be a 2-parter here.
So this is what we call a procedural drama.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the term mostly comes from like your classic police procedural shows where like your CSIs and Law and Orders where
Yes.
As opposed to nowadays, shows are all about being serialized where everything is connected.
Yeah. Well, look, that's what I said. Let me kind of get.
That was kinda
You're
crazy.
right. It is procedural, but there is also an overlying theme throughout the season, like that connects the whole season to itself.
Right.
So it's a hybrid of.
And
both.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's.
No, and I don't think, you just put it in a way that I never really thought about. But you're right. Everything is more boom, boom, boom nowadays, as opposed to boom, boom. Here's a little bit of a break. Here's a tad bit of a break. Boom, 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 boom. Another break.
Well, it's put out differently for one thing. Before it was weekly episodes, and like one thing that I finished today. That's why I was partially up till 10 o'clock this morning. Was Twisted Metal.
Do you like it?
I actually was very fucking surprised. I thought it was fucking. I want to use amazing, but
Better than you expected.
kind of turn it down slightly.
Okay.
Not
Almost amazing.
Yeah, not fucking.
It looks
Is
good.
it
I
really-
gotta
is it
watch
really
it.
off the
It
wall?
looks good.
What do you mean off the wall?
I mean, is it just like, when I say off the wall, is it very...
Yeah,
That's the word vibrant comes to my
I'm
mind.
sure it's wild.
Is it just like
The game was wild.
non-stop, like, one thing after another, after another, after another, after another? Or is there just like a moment where it's like, and then it picks back up? And when I say
I think you're being way too specific for
Okay.
what my feelings, especially if you haven't seen it. Like, no, it's just a good show, and it's a good show. It's a good video game adaptation. I thought. Well, I don't want to give anything away. I just thought it was good. And if you ever played Twisted Metal growing up or whatever,
If you ever played PS1 and you didn't play Twisted Metal,
exactly,
where the fuck were you?
you didn't have a childhood.
You're
You
not
didn't
a
have a
human.
childhood.
You are
No,
not
no,
a
you
fucking
didn't.
human.
But
You didn't even
I
have a soul.
thought it was, and then I started digging into who the actors. The actors are fucking phenomenal.
It has a great cast. You got Anthony Mackie, Nev Campbell, like Will Arnett's on there.
Yeah, I don't want to give anything away. I had to figure out.
Oh, there's some surprises too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, we
Actually,
like
some surprises or a surprise you guys would like.
Oh, sounds wrestling related.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rocky, Rock. No,
Yeah, we wish.
And I'm still trying not to give anything away. And I was surprised that my favorite. Well, I don't want to say I was surprised because it was still my favorite character then. There's one character that really surprised me in how it was executed. And I was like, bro, this is by far my favorite character in this whole thing.
Okay, so I'm definitely.
I'm gonna check it out.
I've been thinking about watching it, but I've been on
I
Justified.
was-
I'm watching it tonight or tomorrow. I'm off.
They're 30-minute episodes, so
Oh, that's even.
Oh,
that's
boom.
even better.
All right. How many are there in this season?
10.
Okay.
10,
3 hours
so
of-
3 hours.
Oh,
of
all
your
right.
life.
It's a movie, bro.
Yeah. All right.
No, and I was gonna say one of the other things I was watching, which I won't even bring up. I've just been watching like missing person documentaries. Like,
Okay, never mind.
yeah, but anyway,
But I was gonna say it's interesting. Like we talked about, like how shows kind of changed from procedural to serialized, and you said, "Oh, well, they changed the way they present shows now." Like, and you know that's obviously connected. It's like because before the old presentation was, like the traditional thing was like, okay, we're going to have a story each episode that we wrap up within. And then each season, we'll build something that builds, like, to the big finale. Like, but, you know, remember, like, every show, and this is obviously way before streaming. This is when everything was a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, they would all start in September or October.
They'll have
And
a
then
break
they'd take a
during-
little break around Christmas.
yeah.
Then they'd come back, like, around the Super Bowl or whatever. And, you know, like... they just put reruns on in these weeks in between, you know, and the season would drag out forever. And then you started getting shows like...
But you were still getting 20 episodes.
Right.
20
but
plus
you would
episodes.
just get like these weeks in between. Like, you know, sometimes they'd go 3 weeks with reruns.
Yeah.
And then shows like 24 and Lost came on that were so serialized, they eventually realized this is not the best way to present this. Instead, we're going to wait. We're not going to start the season until January. And then once we come on, we're new episode every week until the finale.
They took breaks in between too. They would be like they would like take the summer off.
Well, yes, I'm saying, but from the start of the season to the finale, so 24 and
Actually,
Lost,
there was a writer strike in there somewhere.
no, but
too.
no, I'm telling you, both 24 and Lost, a few years in, realized the way to go is not to start in the fall and then take 2 or 3 week breaks, whatever. The way to go is to wait. That's why 24, starting with their 4th season, they would always premiere on a Sunday in January, right after NFL playoffs on Fox, you know, ultimate, you know, viewership. They do 2 back-to-back episodes. The next night they do 2 back-to-back episodes, and then they were on every Monday until the finale. And that's
that's
that kind of created the culture of now just put everything out.
Yeah. Londa said what I was trying to say, like mid-season stops. Like, so, like, Lost would come on in January. They'll do 10 episodes or 11 episodes. They would take, that would run them to the summer, and then they'd be off summer, and then they'd come back around November. I'm pretty
Trust
sure,
me,
bro.
I would bet my life on this. We're talking about my favorite shows ever.
I
No,
just know.
the mid-season-
Hold on. Give me a second. I just know for a fact, because I think there was a writer strike at some point, so it kind of threw off the schedule. So there was at some point they would do their episodes. They would take a break for the summer, and then they would come back just before the Christmas break, and then they would come back again in January.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And look, if there's anything I'm ever going to bet my life on, it's what we're talking about right here. Is okay. So the writer's strike you're talking about happened in 2007. Now at this point, both Lost and 24 had already switched to the every week thing. Now the writer's strike did throw a wrench in Lost season 4, and this caused them to be off for almost a month. And then it caused them to have this very weird thing where you went like 2 weeks between the second to last episode and the finale. But other than that, they had, because before what you're talking about.
So
yes,
I'm still right.
No, you are not. But
I'm
you're
talking
not wrong
about
either.
because
You're not wrong either. the timeline's just a little mixed up. But yes, originally it was like I was saying, when shows like Lost in 24, they would come on in the fall. They would start in September, or Fox, a lot of their shows would wait till November because of MLB playoffs. But then, yes, you would have your little mid-season break, like around Christmas time. And obviously, like The Walking Dead is a show that started making like the mid-season finale a famous thing.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I think he was talking, because he was saying 20 episodes per season for Walking Dead, and then mid-season whatever.
Yeah, The Walking Dead got to the point where their big thing for years was they would do 16 episodes. So they'd come on in the fall, do 8. You know, in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, around that time, they'd go off until after the Super Bowl, and then they'd come back with the other 8.
Shit show, by the way.
And Walking Dead is funny because, like, I would watch it, and then there'd be so many times where I'm like, I'm done with this show, and then I'd get back in. Eventually, I figured out the formula. All you got to do, watch the season premiere, watch the mid-season finale, the mid-season premiere, and the season finale. And you basically get the whole season right there.
That's a dog shit ass show.
If
you only got to watch 4 episodes.
No,
but when The Walking Dead was at its best, it was so good.
At the beginning, I got into it like season 5, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I just, again, and I was telling somebody this recently. Oh, they were telling me about, have you watched, it was the new spinoffs.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
I had a buddy.
It's too soon.
Well, I had a buddy that was telling me, he was like, have you watched the so-and-so, whatever the name of the fucking shit
Dead
is?
City.
I don't fucking care. He was, and I was like, no, because I'm fucking tired of zombies. Zombies are played the fuck out. I'm over the shit. It's just, I don't care about zombies anymore. Can we get some new shit?
Well,
somebody come up with some new shit, please.
I would say The Walking Dead is a great example of a TV show that just went on too long.
Agreed.
And it kind of, it got too popular for its own good almost, because early on, you remember like around like seasons 2, 3, that era, Walking Dead was the #1 show on television. It was out of control.
Yeah, that's where you spawn.
So it got so popular, they didn't want to finish it. AMC is like, hey, keep going. We want more episodes per season. We want more seasons. And then eventually you realize, like, this is, this is what we talked about earlier, when you have episodes that drag on. Like, The Walking Dead would have so many nothing happening episodes where I'm like, God, I didn't even see, like, one zombie get killed this episode. Like, all right, I get it. Like, Carol and Daryl have drama or whatever. Like,
well, the thing about when it was in its prime, and to Jared's credit, when he's like, I'm just so tired of zombies, that show spawned so much in terms of what is the word, collateral damage, I guess.
That's actually a very good. I like that.
So you got not only the show, but you got you got Call of Duty spawning out.
Well, that too. Yeah, that was my point. That was my point
and
to my buddy.
That came out of the height of Walking Dead.
Exactly. That was my point to my buddy. It was like, all right, everybody, and then
World War Z came out.
This is gonna sound,
I like that movie,
sexist in a way, but like,
bring it on.
The only people who fucking really fucking gave a fuck about zombie killing and fucking Black Ops was chicks. Because it was, I guess it was just, I don't know why, whatever, but that's where you got all the female Call of Duty players. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. All I'm saying is that that's where they came from. They didn't, before that, bro, every lobby I was in, I'd never heard one chick until after that fucking Call of Duty
like
came
killing
out.
Zombies.
No, I get it, but now, do you understand what I'm saying?
No. It opened up. Because I'll agree with you, and the reason being is because when the original Modern Warfare came out, and this is me being to the core.
This is why I asked you, because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so to the core of my soul, I am a big Call of Duty fan. I have been my whole life. When the original Modern Warfare came out, it was about skill. It was about wiping the other team. It's trash talking. It's all the manly shit. And then Black Ops comes out. Made by a different company, great campaign, multiplayer. I was kind of on the fence about.
Campaign
I still
was
played.
trash.
No, I actually enjoy the Black Ops.
Is that when
games.
they started doing the wall climb shit? No, that was Black Ops 2.
No, that's 3 when they started wall running.
Shit was disgusting.
Yeah, Give or take, but what happened was zombies came out and its popularity
Zombies
got so
were
big.
the cool thing at the
Yeah,
time.
so
Yeah,
it actually, believe it or not,
they were the pumpkin spice latte of the day.
Thank you.
And-
White people shit. White people shit.
And I will tell you, when zombies first
Fucking
came
white
out,
people,
I
the
had,
worst.
I had a bunch of buddies come to me and say, "Hey, man, do you want to run the zombies map?" And for the longest time, I was like, "No." I was like, "This is not what."
I played it.
No, and
But it took me fucking, I don't know, about 5 waves of the same fucking level to be like, I'm done with this.
So-
I don't fuck this fucking bus. I don't fucking want to get on this
God,
bus.
with the fucking bus. Yes,
Yeah.
I used to live with a
but-
guy who played this game like all day.
Yeah.
And, oh,
So, but I will
I could
say
still
this.
hear the sounds.
Yeah,
like,
so I will say this about zombies. As somebody who was very against it, I was very against it. I was like, that doesn't make you good at Call of Duty. I was like, you probably have a trash win ratio. You probably have a trash KD. You know, like all that.
shit's
See?
weak.
Yeah.
See, I know I'm not crazy when I say
Yeah.
shit, bro.
No, so what actually got me into it, achievements aside, is the cool thing about the Call of Duty zombies is the Easter egg story that they created throughout the years, which I think is cool that they've been able to maintain it for as long as they have, and we've got some really cool Easter eggs out of it. Zombies as a whole, just playing it wave after wave is boring.
Yeah,
It's
dude. Oh, my
completely
God.
boring. But it's like, oh, hey, there's a little hidden puzzle within this map.
Fuck that
Figure it
puzzle.
out. No, but I got a kick out of that because it's like, oh, so
You're an
there.
achievement hunter, though.
Well, and it's like, oh, there's really something else to this mindless wave of zombies, and it has created this story arc that has spanned
And
close to 10
it
years.
is mindless. Like I think as much as I mean, I have a very love-hate relationship with The Walking Dead, but I would say they kind of found a cheap way to become a super popular show is because they found what's the word? God, they found not
A niche?
glitch.
The formula.
They found? All right, I'll think of
the word is niche.
Oh yes, but I'm looking for another. Like when there's a contract and you find like a way through. What I'm having a brain fart. A hole, but not-
Loophole.
a loophole that'll work. I still don't think that's the word, but yes, that's good enough. Definitely. Is they found a way around the like the violence issues with the FCC on television. Is that clearly the FCC will allow a lot more violence if
they're
on,
not real people.
If they're not real people,
Yeah.
and so The Walking Dead just amped up the violence on the zombies,
Yep.
and to certain people they don't give a shit about the story. They're like, hey, yeah, fuck them zombies up. Fuck Bud Light. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. A certain demographic definitely would. Oh, is that what you were looking for? Demographic?
Actually, I think loophole was the word.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
That they found those people. But now,
But they
now
also
you
had very good storytelling when they
Really?
were on their game.
Really? Go ahead.
And, no, initially. Well, the first I would
but
say.
he cut me off.
Okay. I
I
thought
have
you
to
were like
do it at
really
least
into the
once an
question.
episode, Jared.
Just pay attention.
No, but the
Be
whole
more funny.
But the zombie craze, I
I
will
wasn't
say,
trying to be funny.
it did spawn the Call of Duty zombies. But what it also did, which I think are really good games, are the actual Walking Dead games, the Telltale games.
Oh, really?
Don't do
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
Don't.
hold on, hear me out.
Don't.
No,
You
no,
talking
what
about
do
those
you
little you choose your own adventure type games?
Yeah, no, those games are actually very well
Remember the
written.
Choose Your Own Adventure books, though?
I'm telling you, Jared, if you were to play the first one,
I did. I hated it.
Well, now
Oh,
it's
you
funny
hate it?
because
Nah,
this whole conversation about the zombie shows leading to zombie games. Now we have the reverse, where earlier this year I watched The Last of Us on HBO, and I'll say that
It's
too.
not technically, or they're technically not zombies.
Well, just like The Walking Dead, they never once said the Z word, but
Well, I think they couldn't for.
to me, that's like how
I think it was,
WWE doesn't want to say wrestling. They're just too cool for school. But
What the fuck do they say?
sports entertainment.
yeah, they call it
Yeah.
sports
They're
entertainment.
competitors. Yes, they're.
Wait, hold on. Who are
WWE
their,
has
who are
also-
their competitors?
WWE has all sorts of banned words that is so stupid. Like they don't want to call the belts anymore for some reason. They don't want to use the word match. Like Vince McMahon is just a crazy old person.
He's old.
Well,
Yeah.
It might be some branding issues, or not branding reasons behind
he's a
it.
crazy old person. At one point, he got on this kick where he didn't want to have any matches with commercial breaks in the middle.
Londa's a fan of the Telltale games, by the way.
Oh, see, thank you, Londa.
So
Very good game.
They started doing this whole stupid thing. RJ, I don't know if you remember this a few years ago.
All right, I don't want to get off of what we were talking about.
They were showing the commercials, but with the match in the bottom
No,
of the
but
corner.
every time they wanted to go to commercial, they'd have somebody interfere and they'd end the match and be like, "Oh, we're gonna restart this match as a tag team match." Like,
Okay.
Anyways, Jared doesn't want to talk about wrestling.
Bro, you know I hate it. If y'all want to do a wrestling podcast, you do it on your own. I don't want to fucking talk about that shit.
But
y'all can. No, not here.
You are a part of
you
the
don't get to
podcast.
use any
This
of
is
this.
his house.
That's fine. Well, you can't use this. This is my shit.
WWF.
Damn, Jared.
But you can, bro. You can if you want to record a podcast, you can do it. Like I suggest, everybody starts out doing it.
We can't get like a few minutes, like
What do you mean? Get a few minutes?
the wrestling beaker.
No.
No.
It's a container.
And
full of wrestling.
actually, even when I came up with all the segments from the beginning that we kind of walked away from because the computer was fucking up, I could probably do it now, but that wasn't even one of the fucking. Actually, no, wrestling was one.
Well, no, I do remember, and I remember this actually very vividly because when we did our first very small handful of episodes back in our pre-pubescent days, you looked me dead in the face.
That's what I'm saying. Like even the listeners want to hear the same thing. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, but I remember you looked me dead in the face. They were like, "Yeah, man, we're going to talk about this, this, and this." And he said, "If you bring up fucking wrestling," he said,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were literally sitting in his house, and it was like one of the first things he said to me. I was like, "All right."
Even the listeners, the two people in the chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have a lot of people that I bring when I'm on that they love wrestling.
Okay, so
Are they
this is why
subscribed?
I suggest that you start your own wrestling. I will
When
help.
are we
Hold
going
up.
to do our sports podcast?
Motherfucker, when you gonna come to my house? I still got to get the
I've
shit
been
set
to your
up.
house many times,
I
Jared.
still got to get the shit set up, and it's a fucking process. You think this shit happens overnight?
Well, say, hey, Shawn, come over, help me set up.
You don't even know what I'm fucking doing.
I'll bring some beer. We'll get drunk and forget to set up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how most of those projects.
We'll
seem
end
to
up
go.
at Tortuga Verde.
I'm trying to get this shit fucking still like keep this as a smooth machine rolling and like.
Dude, we're like fucking Crisco.
And we're
dude.
coming up on the time, so because it was basically a football one.
Yeah, let's start it when football starts.
So you're gonna have to remind me to get because I think we might as well just use the green screen from that we used before, so we can have a background. Because I don't feel like building one in my house, and we got to figure out this microphone and camera situation.
We're going to start the Mad Scientist Network. It's
No,
going to be
well, no,
multiple
that's already,
podcasts.
That's
Yeah.
already been in the works. That's what I've been working on.
invading
Now-
our homes.
You can me and you do the sports. Me and RJ do the wrestling. RJ can like do a video game one on his own.
RJ's not coming to my house.
Wow.
Why would I go there?
Wow.
I was only saying.
I don't
that
want to
as a-
get into this.
No, I'm not
guys.
saying. I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying he won't because he's gonna be like, oh well, you gotta do this and I gotta do that, and like there's gonna be a bunch of excuses.
Beating your meat takes time, folks.
All right.
Anyway,
Mm.
what the fuck were we talking about?
Talking
Talking about Walking Dead, zombies, and
Well, I was just basically saying that I was essentially agreeing with you when zombies. We're tired of it. We're done with it.
Yeah, shit's
And-
over. Calm
and-
down,
and-
Walking
and
Dead.
and to add the cherry on the cake, modern.
I'm not gonna say
Warfare-
that out loud, Londa, but you're 100% correct.
Say it.
No,
No, it's probably something.
You'll see it later.
It's fine. I don't care.
I don't trust you, Londa.
No. That Londa over there being all untrustworthy. No, but to top it all off, Modern Warfare 3 is coming out this year with a new zombie.
wait, it's coming out. No, I thought it said next
Nope,
year.
nope. It is coming out in
Oh,
October.
fuck, that's too soon. They're gonna fuck it up.
Dude, everybody is just as shocked as you are.
They're gonna fuck it up.
I don't know.
That's a quick turnaround, bro. That's too. That's
This is
nope.
When was the last one?
last year.
Last year.
Well,
Well, no,
is,
they come out.
yeah.
No, but they come out yearly. But the same
Right, 'cause
company
they
is
rotate
making it.
between
yeah, they
the-
rotate
yeah.
between. But Infinity Ward is doing another game this year, which I think is
Inevitable.
well. And they
it's
are
too
also,
quick.
and this is for. Hold on, this is for the old school diehard COD fans, the original Modern Warfare 2.
First of all, Modern Warfare 2 last year did pretty good, except a lot of people, which I just heard recently, a lot of people were complaining that the map was different.
well,
I didn't notice that. As long as you get the fucking right perk, then you get the red dots. Somebody was saying the red dots are gone, and
No, well, it depends. If you're talking
maybe that's
about
Warzone.
yeah, Warzone.
Oh yeah,
has different-
Warzone's trash.
It depends. No, but Modern Warfare 3 is supposedly and I think it has been confirmed, is bringing back 17 original maps from the original Modern Warfare 2, which is awesome. Okay, not from a Warzone perspective.
Can we get the DC joint back?
That's a part of it.
Let's
I mean,
go,
dude.
That's my favorite fucking.
So-
it was way too short.
Believe it or not, that game is actually very short in terms of Call of Duty.
No, I'm talking
campaigns.
about that level was short because, bro, the javelin. Look, I used to watch these motherfuckers in real life. Go like, the javelin is the tank killer or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking shoots the shit and then it goes straight up and then comes down and on top of the tank because that's where the softest
Have you ever
part
been
of.
quad killed with a javelin before, Jared?
That's
I
where the
have.
softest part of the tank is. So that's why they were designed that way. But in the game, when you do the campaign, like just to get a chance to fucking shoot that shit, coolest shit ever, man.
So with the
And no, I didn't get no fucking extra kills and all that shit. I just wanted to fucking shoot the fucking weapon.
no, but what I was gonna say is that with that being announced, I think is really cool because Call of Duty has in the last couple of years not strayed away from what made it great. I mean, it's still the most played game currently.
No, I get it. I'm
but-
not saying anything wrong with it.
but
What I'm
what-
saying is, I think they're fucking up by turning around that quick.
Time will tell, but I will tell you, as somebody who's been kind of teetering with COD the last couple of years, when they're telling me they're remaking or reimagining 17 original maps from an older game, that is awesome. Period.
Eh, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out.
And I could go into detail about other games and other stuff, but then you guys would have to listen to me for about 4.5 hours, which you don't want
But
to do.
this was one of the original segments of the show, not that shit.
What shit?
I don't even get to talk about UFC on a regular basis.
Well, you're more than welcome to.
What if we combined the
hold,
two?
Hold on. I don't get to talk about cars either, because you motherfuckers' eyes glaze over when cars comes up.
I mean, not really.
So I have an idea.
No, you're lying.
What if
I
we
am.
what if we combined all of this into one little, like, like side sports or something? Like, like
It's the entertainment
Because
taker.
Here's
you
my
could do UFC,
here's my
wrestling,
honest opinion.
F1.
here's my honest opinion. I mean, I do F1 every now and then. Again, those are cars. He don't fucking know shit about it. So
I don't really
can't,
know
I
shit
can't
about
have,
it
I
either.
can't. So I can't have a conversation with him about it. I can't have a conversation with you guys about WWE because I don't give a shit about it and I don't know shit about it. I don't know what's going on. I can't talk to you guys about UFC because y'all don't watch it and y'all don't know shit about it. So somebody's gonna be bored if we talk about those things.
The man does make some very valid points.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said if you want to do a WWE podcast, I said I will help. Y'all got to put in the fucking legwork though. I will help to get you to where you need to be. But if y'all want to do that, I'm down.
Jared is down.
Do you want to? I mean, if you would like to have it, do you want to put it on the same network, or do you want to have
Let's
your
do
own
it,
shit?
Let's make
or-
it all. Come on, we're all on the same team here. The Mad Scientist team.
This is an empire, folks. An empire that you can catch live every Saturday night around 6 p.m.-ish, live on Twitch.
You could call this the New World Order of podcasting,
And to be honest,
brother.
it could be broadcast on this Twitch channel too, because it's just a different show on the same channel.
Exactly. Just like Jared said, folks, you can catch us anywhere you get your podcasts. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. And every Monday for the visual on YouTube, because who doesn't like seeing us? I mean, come on now.
Oh, shit, I'm all on me.
This is the entire purpose of the podcast, to bring you weekly entertainment, because we are not only the most
I don't
popular
know
podcast.
what the fuck he's doing right now.
No, all right, I have a question.
Londa said, "Shut up, RJ."
Leave
So,
me alone.
Earlier we were talking about like, did people ever go too far like with comedy or whatever? And we were talking about these old radio shows. So I want because I don't think you guys really realize like what Opie and Anthony did to get fired. So I'm going to tell you real quick what they did, and you tell me if you think either of these were too far. So when they were on Boston radio, they did an April Fool's prank where the joke was they told everybody live on the air that the mayor of Boston died in a car crash. This was not true. Now,
That's
the mayor of Boston,
Yeesh.
obviously unbeknownst to them, they don't have his fucking travel schedule. He happened to be on a plane, like flying across the country at this time. So people that knew him heard this radio show, including some family members.
Oh shit!
So they tried to call him, and he's not answering because he's on a plane. So they think, oh my God, he really is dead. Opie and Anthony get fired the next day.
That's pretty fireable.
Now, the radio station says, oh, hey, we'll let Mayor Manito come throw pies in your faces to keep your job. They said, nah, fuck you. No, you're not throwing pies in our faces.
The ratings would have been crazy.
Yeah, but they got a better job in New York, like I said earlier. So then they get even more successful on this New York show, get syndicated all over the country. They did a lot of bits, which is one of the things I loved about old radio is the bits. And they had one bit called Sex for Sam, which was sponsored by Sam Adams. That's why it's called Sex for Sam. And they would get couples to go around New York City and have sex in different public places. And depending on the place, you get a certain amount of points. It's like fantasy football. Also, for every time you had sex, there was like a 2-point conversion if you did it in the butt. So one couple took it a little extreme, and Opie and Anthony had people. Like, they used to have all these comedians that came on their show, like, so they would have them, like, chaperone these couples to confirm what was going on. Well, one couple, they were doing it at, I think it was St. Mary's or St. Patrick's or whatever, cathedral in New York, some iconic Catholic church. These fuckers had sex, like, in the church. And, yeah, that was the end of Opie and Anthony on regular radio. They did their show the next day, but they knew they were getting fired because their old joke was always, oh, if you're gonna get fired, your last words on the air should be your mom's box. And what was the last thing they said on the show that day? Your mom's box. And
What
they were
the
gone
fuck does that have to do with us?
I want to know, do you think that went too far? Either one of those?
The mayor shit? Hell yeah.
Yeah,
The mayor thing is, that's...
What?
Yeah, I mean, dude, when you talk about somebody
That was a
dying,
dumbass question.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to apologize. First of all, Ali Ice, don't come on here and call me a moron just because I didn't read the fucking thing. I'm doing 30 things at one time, bro. So there you are with that. It wasn't Londa that told you to shut up. It was fucking Al. And I'm not saying Ali Ice. So fuck off if you want to fucking talk shit,
Did he
motherfucker.
put it in parentheses by any chance?
I don't
Wait,
give a
who
fuck.
told who to shut up?
We're talking about
Al told RJ to shut up, and I accidentally said it was Londa.
Ali Ice.
Well, we apologize, Londa.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a mistake. Fuck
I felt like that seemed, Londo's always very...
Not Londa.
Yeah, Londa's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not talking about Londa.
Exactly.
He who knows who I'm talking about knows who I'm talking about.
He who has sinned in the house
who
of the
shall
mad
not be
scientist.
Londa's cool. I don't know about this other guy.
Yeah, it's pretty.
If he gives maybe 10 subs, then maybe.
there
So
we go.
you both agree that the dead mayor prank was a little much.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
Do you think they should have lost their jobs?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, when you're talking about somebody dying, that's
Especially a public figure.
Yeah.
Like, you're putting the city in fucking, for lack of a better term, turmoil. Like, oh my God, our mayor's dead? Like,
I
bro,
can't
that's
tell you as
fucking
a native
crazy.
Bostonian, nobody liked Menino. So
It doesn't.
But I
matter.
get you. But this was the culture. It was such a different culture.
Jesus
But
Christ.
how do you
bro.
feel about the sex in the church? Was that too far?
Sex in the church? I mean,
well,
people do it
Also, that
everywhere.
was not totally under their control.
Was it
No.
filmed?
No.
It was not visually. It was live on. Not like you could hear them having sex. You could hear the comedian chaperone saying, "Hey, they're doing it over here." Like,
Okay, I don't think that's that bad.
No, that's not as bad because they're only encouraging
It's
people.
also
to do
New
it.
York, a fucking very liberal bullshit state.
I'm a
so-
free spirit. Look at my nuts.
So like
Yeah.
I remember listening to this live on the air, and like I said, I listened to their show the next day, and they did the Your Mom's Box thing.
Rambach, shout out. What up? Please follow if you're coming in just now.
Yeah, please follow. Thank you so very much.
And this is not back when like I was just on the internet, you know, like where I could get everything, but I knew like, oh, I think they're done because the radio station they were on here, WJFK, they used to play a little commercial where they would name all the shows. And one night I was listening, and they went through the list of shows, Howard Stern, Don and Mike, and then you could hear like that whoosh sound where they skipped over the Opie and Anthony part. And they're like, the sports junkies, Ron and Fez. I'm like, oh, Opie and Anthony are done. But yeah, they got a better job.
I'm mad. You know what I'm mad about right now? You're on another show talking about another show.
But you know why? Because
Why?
Because the Opie and Anthony show is one of the things that inspired me to be so thrilled when I had two friends that said, "Hey, we do a podcast. Do you want to be on it?" Because when I was younger, my whole dream was to be on like one of these Shock Jock shows.
Fucking contribute. Bring bits, motherfucker.
Jared's got the people's eyebrow. Oh my god, I lost my sombrero.
I feel like I bring something to the show.
Just
okay?
bringing your body is not
People-
bringing shit to the show.
I'm bringing a different perspective. But to me, this is like I grew up.
With that bullshit you got on right there, that's a great perspective.
Like I would come home from school every day. I'd turn on the N64 or the PS2, and I would turn the sound down, and I'd turn up the talk radio, and I would listen to Don and Mike and Opie and Anthony.
Rambo, what's a cold approach? Just type it in, please. Keep going.
And that's just like I can't get enough of that era of the Shock Jock Radio, and that's what I try to bring here is like,
Where's the shock? Where's the jock?
Well, let's go fuck in a church or
oh my god!
hey, I don't know who the mayor of DC is. Mayor Bowser, I don't know. She's dead.
No, she's not.
I got news for you. That means you're gay.
And with that being said,
No,
folks,
we're not done.
Oh, calm down. God damn.
We're just getting into the shit, so you want to fucking cut us
Well,
off?
I didn't know
But
what
really,
was
like
happening.
that's
I didn't know what was
like,
happening.
and I admit, like one thing, I love podcast, and so this is the interesting thing when you watch that documentary about Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony. Is so yeah, their whole war on regular radio, they both end up on satellite, and at first, satellite is it's the land of the free. You can do whatever you want now, but really, it just meant you can cuss as much as you want. But satellite got more censored than regular radio because of cancel culture. Howard Stern is a fucking cuckold now.
I want everybody to
It's pathetic.
see Al's comment. They're just right here.
Well, then why don't you speak it, Jared?
I will speak it. I want the visual people to see it.
Nah.
It says, I love how Sean's cup says 5 times, but they
Five times.
They haven't been to the NFC Championship, let alone the Super Bowl in 20-some years.
Okay.
Laughing my ass off.
Who is this? What is your team?
He's a Canadian.
He's
so
Canadian.
He
and
doesn't
he's-
count.
So no.
Hold
Don't talk
on,
shit
hold
if
on.
you don't have a team. Don't talk fucking shit if
I
you
talk
don't.
shit. I don't have a team.
But you do.
No, I don't.
You don't. Either way.
Nope, don't.
You know what, Jared? We did this before.
Well,
No,
here,
I'm dead serious. I don't.
just to sue. Hold on.
I could give a fuck less about that team.
then how do you talk shit about my team?
I could talk shit about
That's
every
an
team.
unfair argument.
I talk shit about every fuck. How was it unfair?
Because you can talk shit about my team, and that's going to affect me because my team is my team. But I can't fire back because you're going to say I don't have a team.
I don't have a team.
We've been through this. I'm good, Jared. We've been through this.
I mean,
this led at one point to a
I
little
will talk
rift.
shit. I will talk shit. No, that rift
Okay.
was you leading to fucking going
All right,
personal.
you know what? Either way.
You went
I'm good
personal
with you.
That's what the rift was.
I want to know who this motherfucker's team is.
Well, here, let me say this. Allie Ice, who is your favorite?
Because we're
quarterback?
America's team.
Hold on.
We ain't Canada's team. We
Oh,
ain't playing
my God.
hockey. We ain't drinking Molson Ice. Okay? We're America, motherfucker.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So I was gonna say,
Kid
Allie,
Rock.
I apologize to all the non-Americans in the chat.
Hey, love y'all except Canada. Suck my dick, eh? What's that on the boot?
Anyway, first of all,
Bret Hart sucks.
their football is soccer.
Come on.
All right,
that's
Bret
a
Hart's
bad job.
awesome.
Yeah,
Their
that's a little
football is
far.
soccer, so it's not the same.
No, their football is Canadian Football League. Quadre Ismail, that's like your Tom Brady. Rocket Ismail.
Ali Ice, could you let Shawn know who the greatest quarterback of all time is?
Tom fucking Brady.
Well, let's see what
Well,
Ali
we
Ice
already
has
know
to say.
that.
Yeah, let's see what Ali Ice has to say. If he's even still there.
I would like the shit out of Tom Brady's asshole. That's my team. Oh, that's his.
That's Ali Ice. Ali Ice is a diehard Thomas, what is it, Bartholomew?
Is he the one that was talking shit?
Yes.
Yes, he's a huge Brady
All right,
mark.
well, you found my
First of
weak
all-
spot because I love Tom Brady too.
Bro,
I would lick
no,
his asshole better
no.
than you would.
See-
I would lick Tom Brady's asshole the best.
Here's what's gonna happen. Here's
We're going to have a
isolate
Tom
that.
Brady asshole licking competition.
here's what's happening. And you're saying all this shit about like I don't have a team, and because I don't have a team that you can't.
It's not fair to
hold
come
up.
attack me.
I'm not attacking you, but you have like 30 teams, bro.
No. All right, you know what? We're going to do this. All right, we're going to do this. We're doing this live on the air. This pisses me off. Motherfuckers think because I'm a fashionable guy and I love wearing jerseys and hats that everything I wear is a fucking team I root for. No, I have style. Yes, okay? I do also like the Patriots because I'm from
Me and
Boston.
him know what you're saying is bullshit.
And that's why I love Tom Brady. But guess what? Week 4, the Patriots play the Cowboys. Okay? Every other week, let's go Pats. Week 4, the Patriots can suck that Cowboys dick.
Wait,
Because
what?
I'm all in.
What? That didn't even make sense. Every other week, the Patriots is your team.
No, every other week, they don't play Dallas, so I want them to win. But when they play Dallas, there is no question in my heart. So people say, oh, you like the Patriots and you like the Cowboys. Who do you root for? Shut the fuck up. I'm Cowboys all day, all right? Just like I love the Red Sox, I like the Nats. When I went this week, did I wear any fucking national shit? Fuck no. Because my team is
should've.
my team.
You should have.
My team is my team, okay?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can have all your teams. I'm not denying you your teams.
Look, I have a hat for every
But
MLB team
Don't
except
tell
the
me,
Yankees.
just like we were talking about free speech and all that shit and censorship earlier, right? Don't tell me I can't say some shit just because you don't feel like you have something to attack.
But that's not
What do you mean it's not fair? It's
touche.
just not. We're not.
Touche.
We're not talking about
No,
fairness.
no.
This ain't. This ain't about fair.
I just heard myself saying that's not fair, and touche, Jared.
It's just like I can.
You know what?
I can still
You
hate
found
that
a
team.
loophole. You found a
That's
loophole.
not. That's not a loophole. This is fact. I can still hate that team because of the traumatic shit that I experienced through the years of just being around those people, and fucking still talk shit.
Okay, so when you say those people, you
Those
mean Cowboys
people.
fans?
Yes.
Okay, so this is another thing I'd love to get into.
Please.
Why is it? This is what everybody says now.
And
'cause
don't say Redskins fans are the same.
No. Stephen A. Smith made it popular. Is now everybody's like, oh,
I was
don't-
doing this shit before
I
Stephen A.
don't-
Smith even fucking started talking about that shit.
Okay,
Before
okay.
he was
But
in his dad's ball
whatever,
sack.
you're the trendsetter. Everybody says,
What
oh,
the fuck? See, there you go with the little personal attacks. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going with your fucking 20-year loser ass team.
this is good. Oh, cause see, this is what I was gonna say. Oh, because your team has lost longer, but I can't say it because I don't have no team.
I don't give a fuck
Well,
about
then
them.
you ain't won shit.
Here's the problem. Because I don't give a fuck, you can say whatever you want and I don't care.
Okay.
But because you care so much, that's why it hurts you
That's
personally.
not fair.
No, it's perfectly
Because I
fair.
care so much.
Stop
Clearly.
caring so much
We them
about
boys.
people who don't care about you.
Okay, all right. You know what? So I got 2 points now. So the first one was yes about why is it that everybody says, oh, it's not the Cowboys we hate so much, it's their fans. Oh,
Because they're
why,
shit.
Why? No, because apparently every year we say this is our year. Okay, what fucking fan base doesn't do that? Because you know what? If you don't believe it's your fucking year, you're a bad fucking fan, okay?
Well, that's
Have
not
you ever
about
listened to 106.7 The Fan? They talk Redskins in fucking March, okay? So they think it's their year every goddamn year. Like, I'm sorry. And guess what? Most years, we're
Yo.
a top contending team.
I fuck with Londa.
This is bullshit.
The
okay?
physicist.
He's not a fucking physicist.
He's a physicist to me.
No, I had another point. What did you just say?
Hold on. Londa just asked, he was like, as a Tom Brady fan, how does it feel about having Dak interception Prescott as a QB?
He's obviously not Tom fucking Brady. I mean,
Yeah.
thanks a lot, Dr. Londo.
And this is a Dutchman right here. He's
physicist.
What's your
watching from
fucking
across
team?
the pond.
They hate the Cowboys internationally because we America's team.
Bro, I hate that.
We the ones.
You know how that shit.
We them boys.
You know how that shit even came out?
Yes, NFL Network. No, NFL
Wait.
Films.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. God damn, I keep mixing everybody. Y'all have the same color name, so I'm mixing everybody up. My bad. So that was Ali
Y'all can
Ice
all
that
suck my
Ali
dick.
Ice was the one that asked
Y'all
that.
can all suck it. I don't care.
My bad. I'm not on something, bro. It's just like y'all have the same exact color on your name, so I just assume. So that's on me. I'll take. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Does
But
he?
it's a one-sided argument.
It's not one sided, bro.
You're like, oh, your team is shit, and then you're like, I have.
I
no
didn't say your
so
team was shit. I said I can't stand your team because of the fans. And yes, the fans are ass. Let's be
because
real.
we believe in our team.
Hold on.
You believe, bro. That's my problem. You're not objective about the situation. You be like, oh, we drafted this guy, so we're great. I have a jiu-jitsu buddy. Same way. He's a
Look at
different-
the odds in Vegas right
hold on.
now. We're
He's
one of the top 5 to win the Super Bowl,
bro.
Like,
That's every year.
yes, because it's always our year.
But-
We them boys.
But they will never win because they're trash.
You know what? I kind of agree. Because here's what you don't get. You think you hate the Cowboys. You know who really hates the Cowboys? Cowboys fans. Because every year it's the same shit
Finally.
show. All right? Dak Prescott.
So then be realistic about it. Stop fucking acting like you guys are gonna win the Super Bowl when you already know they're trash and Dak's gonna throw all the interceptions.
I'll tell you, being a Cowboys fan is like being an old redneck wife on an episode of Cops, like
Jesus Christ.
where her face is just clearly bludgeoned, but while they're taking her husband away, she's like, "Please don't arrest him. I love him." All right, that's like the Cowboys. Every January, they just bludgeon me. They rip my heart out and like eat it in front of me. But come August, come this time, obviously, I'm like, we still them boys. Let's go. That's my husband. I love him. Dak Prescott don't throw no interceptions.
I mean, there's
I hate the Cowboys.
All right.
And
Let's
there-
get back to the chat real quick.
and there's nothing more American, folks, than a domestic dispute.
You know what? No, there's nothing more American than hating the Cowboys.
That happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Londa. I only had 5 hours. Actually, it might have been less than that, to be honest. I think I went to sleep at like 11, almost. No, it was
Londa's new
12.
name is Gigamind.
No, it was 4 hours because I went to sleep at 12. I woke up at 4. So
I
had
just
4
have
hours
one
sleep.
question.
Hold on.
How about them Cowboys?
they're trash?
Nah.
And don't say that on the show ever again, or you will never be invited.
Oh, my God.
All right, how about this? I
No,
have one
I'm not
thing to
done what
ask.
I was saying. Give me a second. Al said that we noticed he had the same color shirt on this week. I would like to say that is the 5th shirt of the pack of.
The fifth shirt of the pack of 3.
Boy, that was a hell of a deal.
I was like, yeah,
It's still a champion.
Yeah, dude.
It's still a champion.
That's the best threesome RJ ever had.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, man, I remember my
right.
youth. I was young and wild, I tell you.
Here's what I want, Jared. If somehow there's like a miracle and hell freezes over and the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, I'm going to bring my ass on here the next week and gloat like a motherfucker. And you
do that.
deserve it. You all
you
deserve
can do
it.
that, but it won't happen.
You all deserve it. Okay, but if it does, I have your word.
Yeah.
All right.
All
But,
right.
but
I'll see you fucks in February.
I guarantee you it will not happen. I think the Browns have a better chance of fucking
oh,
making it.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
They're kind
You're
of.
only saying it because that's the same division as you, and you're going to start being on his fucking.
No. I'm just saying, like, the Browns are always going to
they're
be
the Browns.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, and that's not even knocking. I'm not even talking about my division. I just mean in general. I respect Browns fans that are still Browns.
You know what?
fans.
If the Browns,
Here's what I want to say. The difference between Cowboys fans and I'd venture to say Phillies fans too, because they're they won't ever win shit. They barely win shit, and they talk a lot of shit. But these motherfuckers, they were talking all the shit when they were fucking Highway to 7 or whatever the fuck the shit was.
It's Stairway.
But now they've realized, oh wait, we ain't as good as we used to be, so we will shut the fuck up.
Have you ever met Gabe?
Gabe's stupid. We know this.
I do like the
And I said it on air. I don't even know if he watches this, but he is.
Have you ever met someone else whose name rhymes with something Cash Money Records used to say? Whoa day.
No, don't do that. Because if you don't even allude to the name, just leave it as is.
You got what I'm saying, though.
I know, but
every fan base has.
Shawn, we're gonna talk after this. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Oh,
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Not about
corner. It's just like don't even allude to people's name. Just say because we already know who. Because we're close
I'm
enough.
not saying anything derogatory except you're a Steelers fan.
I know, but.
And I love both the people I mentioned.
It's hard to explain. Okay. Oh well, that makes it better.
No disrespect. Two of my favorite people.
Jesus Christ, that's taking
a long list.
Now you're taking it far.
Top 5,000. Maybe.
Londa, yes, I am watching them. Actually, we got some time, so we can still chill. Whatever. If everybody else is down to chill, I think RJ's a little.
Hey, I'm good. Cowboys don't come on till 10.
Try not to pass out. But that doesn't mean I can't pass out in my own home or behind the wheel, which I'd prefer to pass out in my own home. But what I was going to say, we're having this gigantic, massive argument.
I like it. This is
not
good.
an argument. This is podcast, baby.
Yeah, this is heated. This is lively.
This guy doesn't know what podcasts are.
Podcast gold.
Finally, you figured it out.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's only taken me, 195 episodes. No, but when it comes to fandom and levels of fandom and people who are delusional, first and foremost, Philly fans are delusional.
Not first and foremost. They're second.
All right, you know what? Honestly, guys, I really hate to be the one defending Philly fans, but here's a little twist for you. They went to the Super Bowl last year. They did win the Super Bowl like 5 years ago against the Patriots. You know what? The Eagles are pretty fucking good right now, and even though, yes, their fans are...
That was the last 2 years.
Their fans are raging ass wipes, just like you think our fans are.
See, okay, so here... Bro.
Have you ever been to Philadelphia?
Bro.
Yes,
bro.
It's very...
Come on, man.
Bro.
Let's be realistic, and let's think about this like a logical person would think.
Not RJ.
No.
He admitted earlier he's not a logical person.
He said it
No,
earlier.
RJ said earlier, I'm not a logical person.
You just said we know that they're not. What was the exact word you used? I forgot what you said.
I think I was actually giving them props.
No. You said we know they're not the greatest fans or whatever the fuck.
Oh, they're raging assholes.
Yeah. Okay. So you recognize that in that fan base, correct? Hold on. Let me finish. You recognize that in that fan base, correct?
Yes, sir.
So for me to recognize it in another fan base, which I also recognize it, and I agree with you on the Philly stance, and I recognize it in Cowboys fans.
I understand what you're saying.
It's the same fucking thing.
Here I have a point, though.
Okay.
So let's take the Cowboys thing out of it. Let's say the Dallas Cowboys never existed.
Real quick, before you finish. Londa, this is the equivalent of like we're arguing about Arsenal and fucking Manchester type shit.
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't think about the Cowboys, are people from Dallas known for being dickbags? Minus the Cowboys thing. Especially because most Cowboys fans people hate aren't even from Dallas. So
you're actually okay. I will give you that.
Okay.
I will 100% give you that.
But are people from Philadelphia, regardless of the Eagles or the Phillies or whatever team, are Philadelphia people just generally known as dickbags outside of sports? Like, have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Like, that's them. Like,
yeah, that's also a dramatization and a comedic point of view from it.
But it's a stereotype of the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from. Okay, so
the Redskins mascot got beat up. They beat up Santa.
On that note, then we might as well go to Boston. Yeah, exactly. Look, I wish you guys could look.
All
at
right,
this.
folks, thanks
Move
for
that
watching.
cup.
Like,
Move-
share, and
Move
subscribe.
the cup, bro, because it's blocking your face. You think I'm doing it because I'm being a dick? I'm like, it's
both.
It's 100% blocking your face. So people from Boston already, and here's the crazy part. I was in this chat the other day, and somehow Boston came up, and this was a UK guy stream, and somehow Boston came up, and the first like 2 or 3 comments that came up, it's a racist city, and I was like, what? I've been to the airport. I didn't have no problem in the airport.
I can't defend that.
Okay, so that makes the people kind of shitty, right?
All right. I mean, look, this might be and probably is because I'm from Boston, but it's kind of like when you say like your grandmother's a racist, but you still love your grandmother. Like she's just from the wrong era. And do I think 2023?
Hold up. Does that make it right?
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying you still love your grandmother. Even though, she was very picky about what stores she went to because she didn't want to see them. But
Jesus Christ.
God damn.
Give me my car keys.
So this is my point.
But
this is my point.
That is not 2023 Boston. Is there still remnants of that in the city?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're looking at it right now.
Is there still fair enough. But is there still racism in any American city?
No, you're right. You're right. I won't deny
that. Is Boston probably a little higher than, at least higher than most northern cities?
Well, I wouldn't say, no, because I would venture to say like anything.
Have you ever been to Cleveland? Cleveland's a pretty racist city.
I mean,
they're
Midwest.
The Midwest. Yeah, they're
anything. I'd say where black people don't like the cold. Yeah, 100%, because there's going to be less of them there.
And I will say honestly, like all of my knowledge about racism in Boston comes from stories that have been told to me. I have never seen any of this in all my time in Boston. I've seen nothing different than living in D.C.
Let me ask you something. How long have you lived here compared to there?
I mean, I've lived here most of my life, but I've spent plenty of time visiting Boston, and
so you're a Washingtonian.
Yeah, I'm a proud Washingtonian. Absolutely.
All right. I want you to act like one, okay? From here on out.
But I'm a native
If you want
Bostonian.
me to fucking be your friend and help you start your little fucking stupid WWE podcast, I need you to fucking act like a Washingtonian.
What if I just want to do the podcast, but I don't want you to be my friend?
Oh, my God. Well, you got to be his friend to do the podcast because that is what podcasts
We could have a
do.
business relationship.
In that case, you need to pay me because I'm doing the work.
Oh, my God.
In that case, Jared is my best friend. I love Jared Smith. That's my boy.
And we don't
Because
use
look, and I'm going to tell you
government.
right now, you're not getting paid for a while.
We ain't getting no bread.
We've
That's
been doing this.
reverse racism.
We've been doing this shit for 6-something years, bruh.
Affirmative action up in this bitch.
No, it's not that. It's just we don't earn any money.
Not just like
We do this for free every week.
We ain't got shit. That's what that is.
we do it for free because the best things in life are free, folks.
We do it for fun, and that's
Yeah, and to be honest, that's why I think me and RJ keep doing it. We do it for fun. We like doing it. If we could make money off of doing it, then that's a byproduct of the whole entire thing.
there was a recent discussion about all this shit, and as I said during said discussion, I don't come here for fucking money. If this show becomes...
And I don't come at all, so how about that?
Well, then they have pills for that. But
I mean, you're kind of getting up there in age. I mean, it's
Yeah,
understandable.
yeah,
I'm
all
just
right.
saying, it's okay.
Jared,
it's okay.
we're here for you, buddy.
Jesus.
We're gonna get you to come.
Before we head out,
Is correct, nigga.
absolutely. The speaking of everything,
the
that
year
we-
you're gonna
come. Yeah, he's coming. All right.
You gotta let RJ talk. You gotta listen.
Yeah, so before we wrap the show up, since we were talking all that stuff, all that real good American stuff,
Shit.
stuff. Shit. Yeah. There is a
Fuck piss
gentleman.
out my ass.
There's a gentleman who recently came out with a song. Hold on. Hear me out.
Is it Kid Rock?
You brought this up before, and I told you about how I felt about it before. But go ahead.
No, I'm not even talking about Weird
Go
Ass
ahead.
Jason.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the young man that came out with that song, Richmond, North of Richmond.
Never heard of it.
I have no clue what the.
Okay, so since you guys don't know, there's a guy who.
Keep going.
Okay, yeah. So
Just because I changed the camera don't mean you got to stop
I
talking.
didn't even know you changed the camera. I don't even look at it.
We
I'm
can't
not-
see that
I'm
over
looking at it
here.
right now.
He
Maybe
can. He can.
I
He
can.
acts like he can't, but he can.
No, but he can't. He lives in Southern Virginia. He came out with a song. He's standing in the middle of the woods with his dog, and he just pours his heart out. And it is a #1 song on Spotify, or whatever, just every major chart.
So
you
it's
can think of.
country music.
Never heard of it.
But hear me out. This guy comes out, sings a song, everybody loves it, and apparently, and that he's been offered record deals in the last 2 weeks or whatever for sums of millions of dollars, and he was like, no, I'm not doing that because I didn't make this song to become famous. I made it because this is how I feel. And
Okay, that's his prerogative.
yeah, which is dope, which I like.
I'd
a
still
lot.
make money off it though.
Yeah,
that's
dumb.
So, well,
Like he ain't. Look, that's one of them dumb Virginians.
Yeah, well, it's a really good. So when you guys have a chance, check out the song. Might not be your cup of tea.
Oh,
but
another thing for Londa, just so you are aware, we live in Virginia. This person lives in Southern Virginia, which is typically
It's very different from our Virginia.
typically what you would think of if you heard the word or the state Virginia, you would understand that's what that is. Where we are is not that.
This is why when I go out of town and people say, "Where are you from?" I say, DC.
Yeah. If you say you're from fucking Virginia,
They're
they're
gonna
like,
think, "Oh, you're from old,
tootin',
old butt scratch
moonshining.
VA."
Yeah.
You got a sunflower in your teeth, like some overalls.
No,
Ding, 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 ding.
no, but you're right. When I go out of town,
Yeah.
even when I go visit
I always
my
say
grandmother,
DC.
Yeah. When people ask me where you're from, I'm like, oh, I'm from the DC area, like North.
Yeah.
I will say I am from Northern Virginia.
And then if
I
they
live
say
in the
what
DC
part,
area.
I'll say, well, actually, it's Alexandria, Virginia. It's like 15 minutes. God damn it, I just
Yeah.
gave it all away.
Well, either way.
it's-
So here's what happened. One time I was in Jamaica and I was at this resort thing and
Yeah,
I got pulled up. This was 2018, I think. I got pulled on stage to do some shit. Like basically, they were giving us Jamaican sayings to say, and as people who are not from Jamaica, it was patois. So people,
Bumba clot.
it's way more involved than that. Like patois is a whole different language. But they would give us something to say, and I can't even remember what it was. But they would give us something to say, and then whatever. So at the end, we had to introduce ourselves, and they were like, "What's your name?" Blah blah blah. Where are you from? So I was like, "What's your name?" I'm Jared. Blah blah blah. And they're like, "Where are you from?" Northern Virginia. He was like, "Wherever that's from, wherever
Yeah.
that is." And I'm like,
No, just say DC.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, no bullshit. But if you tell somebody Northern Virginia before you say DC, they're gonna be like, okay. Like,
I mean, I'll
whatever.
tell you, actually, getting back to an earlier convo, if I ever did say Alexandria, you know where people started knowing that from? The fucking Walking Dead. Because they were in some, quote, Alexandria, Virginia. Yeah.
well, that's
New
every.
Alexandria.
The new show, Special Forces or Special Ops Lioness with Zoe Saldana. Good show, by the way.
I watched the first 3 episodes this week.
They actually
Is that
mentioned.
Green Girl?
Stop fucking cutting me off when I'm talking.
I just asked
actually-
the question.
I just
I
wanted
know,
to do
but
that.
wait till I finish what I'm saying before you ask the question.
All right, we're listening.
They actually say Fairfax County Public Schools in there, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like what?
And
How
that's when
hard did
Jared
your
turned
dick get?
around and was just
It
like,
was pretty hard. It was
yeah,
pretty hard.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm with Jared, dude. If I'm in a movie theater in the middle of nowhere, and they're like, yeah, Fairfax County, my dick is gonna be like, it's gonna be like
We're
a-
just giving so many fucking.
So
It
that's
doesn't
Green
matter.
Girl, right?
Green Girl. No, what the fuck? Where'd you get Green Girl out of Special Ops Lioness?
He's
Isn't that what's her name?
it's Gamora.
Zoe
yeah,
Sal-
Gamora.
Oh,
Green
my
Girl.
God. No, her name is Zoe Saldana.
Right, but am I wrong or is she Green
I'm-
Girl?
You know what? You're being Bostonian. You're being racist right now.
No, seriously.
You are picking out a color.
Yeah.
And you're
Come on, though. I'm just asking.
person of color
is she
who
the
is not
chick
brown, but
from
green.
Guardians of the fucking Galaxy?
No, you're right, but that's not her name.
I didn't say it was her name.
At least give her character name or her
I
real
clearly
name.
couldn't remember it. That's why I said Green Girl. Is that racist now?
She's been in other movies where she wasn't green.
I know, but I don't know them. That's why
The Losers was
I
a
knew
good
her name
movie.
enough.
Colombiana.
Okay, Jesus.
Maybe swearing will help.
Come on, man.
Maybe swearing.
Okay, and you know what? When you accuse me,
I'm not accusing you of
cutting
anything.
you off and shit. Do you know why? Because I get it. Look, when I watch my episodes, I'm like, oh, I did cut him off a few times. Okay, but you know,
We're learning. We're
do
learning.
you know also?
Yeah.
Like this episode alone, there's been like 3 different times where I tried to get a point in before I forgot it, and it was too late. And now I'm like, man, I had something good to say. It's gone.
Okay, that's
So-
fine. That happens. It happens to me a lot. It happens to him a lot. But the whole point of a podcast and a conversation is to end. Even if you're trying to be funny, that's fine. But it's called timing. That's so you just gotta wait.
But now I'm racist for saying Green Girl. Is that how far we've gone?
I thought you were talking about a movie, and then when you say,
I'm talking about multiple movies
the green bit,
where she did a great performance.
bro, ain't no Marvel fucking performance a great performance. Come on,
Oh, really? Tell that to Logan.
Logan. That's different. That's kind of different though.
That is the only one, and that's it.
All right, but I'll get. All right, so
Oh yeah, why couldn't she be the blue girl?
I guess because that's her sister.
What? Avatar, bro.
Oh,
Oh, she is an Avatar too.
but her
That is-
sister's the blue
Avatar
girl
1
in
also.
Guardians.
No,
What?
that's actually a white chick.
But she's a blue girl.
And she's Scottish.
She's still blue
Kate,
girl.
Kate something. I
And
forgot.
actually, I was on a 2-3 months ago, whatever, we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I said it was a great movie, and I was still disappointed. And the reason was because I feel like it's been out long enough. We could say this. They didn't really do nothing with the whole her and Chris Pratt story. Like, I guess that's gonna come in his movie, but
his movie's not going to be him.
wait, what?
I don't believe that
It's like a prequel or something?
No, Star-Lord in the comic books is a couple different people.
I just wanted to see them get back together because I'm a hopeless romantic
Well-
and a simp.
Well, that's clearly what's happening.
Go Dak!
All right.
Sippin' ain't Prescott.
Is that it?
Londa is actually funny as shit.
Londa, just get on a plane and come
Why
over.
don't you get Londa like on a live stream one week or something?
We might. We had to talk to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I told you we had a cool little conversation when I did the 2-hour stream for the game. We might have another game sponsor next week. I don't know
nice.
if anybody's down to play anything about Star Trek, but
I will check it out. I'm
still
very
wanna
open
know.
minded.
Londa talks shit about the Cowboys, right?
No, it was
no, that was Al. That was my
Al.
bad.
All right, yeah, Al. What's your fucking team?
The Pats.
He said the Pats.
The Pats. He's a diehard Pats fan.
You already,
Oh,
I've
okay.
known this
went
guy.
through
I've known this guy like a third of my life. And do you know what it's like as a Steelers fan, as a fellow member of the AFC, when I have to have a great season?
We know how much you hate Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got to come home, go to the AFC Championship game in Foxborough, one game away from the Super
And
Bowl.
Tom Brady,
and I
ice
lose.
cold.
Then I got to come home and listen to this shit. Absolutely ridiculous.
Allie, how do you feel about the Patriots right now with Mac Jones?
And their new founding member, Zeke.
I mean, oh yeah, they just got Ezekiel Elliott. I'm happy to see that. If he can't be a Cowboy, I'm glad he's a Patriot. I saw some shit Bill Belichick's on the hot seat. Come on, bro. Bill Belichick would have to go like 2-16 to get 2-15 to get fired.
I don't even think that would happen, even if that happened.
Like, does Robert Kraft want to be known as the guy that got rid of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick? Like, no, I get it. Bill Belichick's really the guy that got rid of Tom Brady, but
Bill's going to go down as the greatest coach of all time.
yeah, I
And
think.
that's-
And now look,
And I don't even like saying, but that's a fact.
I think
going
we
to go
learned.
down. He already is.
Yeah,
I think
but
we
that's what I'm
learned,
saying.
though,
I mean,
like-
he's literally a living legend in front of us. Absolutely.
Remember early on, like people would always say, "Oh, it's so much more Belichick than Brady. Brady's a system quarterback," and they'd say, "Oh, if Aaron Rodgers had Bill Belichick, blah blah." Then Tom Brady went to a different team, and what happened? His first year without Bill Belichick, he won the Super Bowl.
He wouldn't have done that without Gronk.
True. Now, also, I do think that Brady greater than Belichick, but Brady would not have become what he became without
we know
Belichick.
that.
Oh, yeah,
He learned a lot
The
from him.
apprentice became better than the master.
Yeah. It was like Sith Lords.
Yeah.
It was like there can only be two.
There's
But
Palpatine, and then there's Anakin Skywalker.
He would've-
exactly.
And then there you go.
He would have never done it without a coach
What
like
just a
Belichick.
very
That's
excellent
the
example.
most exact. The most appropriate example.
Yeah.
Because
And the way
because
most
they're both-
people look at them like
yeah,
Vader.
exactly. That's my point.
Yeah,
They look at fucking Belichick as fucking
he wears the
Vader.
hoodie. Like,
They look at Belichick as Vader,
Yeah.
and then they look at fucking Brady as Anakin.
No, Belichick's the emperor.
Yeah, Emperor Palpatine. My bad.
yeah, because he wears the hood and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got the hoodie
Yeah,
and all that
exactly.
shit.
I
Yeah.
will say I do like his Subway commercial. I do.
Belichick's got a Subway commercial
He
now?
does. You've never seen it where
Oh,
they're
I
like,
gotta-
"Oh, you don't have any sleeves," and he's like, "I don't wear them." And then, I mean, he says,
It's like, what's
two
the point
things.
of having that guy in the fucking commercial?
I don't know. I just thought, yeah, you're right. When I saw it, I was like, "How the fuck is
I'm
this
gonna
a
go
thing?"
buy a sandwich right now. I love Bill Belichick. Do you know in Boston when you go to like a Dick's Sporting Goods?
Hey, everyone, as he's wearing Dallas everything.
All right,
Keep
but
going.
I'm from Boston.
No, keep going.
already-
Keep going.
So when you go and you buy the Patriots hoodies, they have scissors there for you to go ahead and cut the sleeves like Belichick. Like that's pretty cool.
I do think that's a nice little niche, as I like to say.
Great Scott!
Absolutely, absolutely.
I wish the Cowboys had Belichick. Our coach is a big fat idiot, Mike McCarthy. Jesus Christ!
What game you playing this week, RJ?
This week,
But
Before you get banned for a week.
Well, no,
Well, I will
so
say-
so
hold
no games.
So,
The answer.
well, hear me out. I have unfortunately been under the weather the last few days.
So no game this week.
So I haven't really played much of anything the last 2 days. I mean, I played a little
You're
bit
not
of-
understanding what's happening right now.
I am not going to play video games this week, starting tomorrow.
So tomorrow until Saturday after the show, that's about a week.
I think that's fair enough. But
I don't want to see you streaming. Well, fuck, I kind of. Well, yeah, but you don't get any viewers at the same time.
Well, that wasn't nice.
Well, no, he's not lying. Well, because I will say what I did.
His times that he streams is weird.
And you're right. But
Well, like
one
after you get home from work.
Yeah, and I start streaming at like 11
But
o'clock
then-
at night.
No,
or
no,
what.
his shit's be coming up at 12. I be looking at somebody
Well,
else.
he's got to wash his balls and make a hot pocket first.
You don't gotta do all that.
Yeah. I mean,
Not necessarily in that order.
You should just come in, get the work in, and then do all that shit.
So no, I will say what I have been streaming lately. I haven't been streaming any Diablo, at all.
I haven't seen you
It's
streaming
not
at
getting
all.
you any points. We said no games.
I actually, for the last week or so, I've been streaming on occasion. I've been playing through the Mass Effect trilogy, which is. Which
I did see that.
I think that's something that you personally would really like.
I
remember
did
Mass
kind of play it.
Effect.
I didn't really fuck with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I see. Here's my thing. Like, if I'm not completely enthralled by a game, I'm gonna be out of it.
Well,
How about Deion Sanders football '94? Would you be completely enthralled by
No, because it's too old.
that? Two Cowboys.
No, what I was going to say is that with the Mass Effect trilogy, I figured just because I have been playing a lot of Diablo the last month or so, I was like, you know what? Let me go back and find something that I think everybody will like for the handful of people that watch my streams and something that I personally really enjoy. It's a great trilogy.
Did you see who's replacing the guy from Mass Effect?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I forgot his name, but he played Goliath and Gargoyles. He's replacing the guy who died, Riddick.
Yeah, he's replacing the gentleman that was
Is it
in
Lionel Riddick?
yeah, well, he's replacing the gentleman that is in Destiny.
Oh, I'm thinking Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tripping.
I bet he has some good chronicles.
But it's good that you brought that up because the gentleman that you're talking about, he also voices Captain Anderson in the Mass Effect trilogy.
Okay, so I knew they were connected.
He does he's a great voice actor. And Gargoyles, obviously.
Fucking Goliath, bro. Come on. Iconic.
And when I talk about Mass Effect is a game that really, you play the first one, it's got a few little minor hiccups with it, but a phenomenal story. Then you play the second one, which I actually just finished earlier today for the little bit of time that I was online, which is
7.5 hours.
No, not at all. Not at all. I wish. A much grander game, more sharpened, more playable, more accessible. And then leading into the third game, it is just a great trilogy in gaming and storytelling in general. Now, if you're a fan and have played them all, there's going to be obviously about the ending of the trilogy, which is very kind of up in the air with certain people.
When you say Mass Effect, are you talking about the effect it has on your penis and how erect it is?
All the time. It's actually I'm popping a tent right now, or as we like to say online, pitching a tent.
I'm pretty hot and bothered. So now I have two questions. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
So one, and look, these questions are going to go two very different sides. All right. So the first one is, Jared, if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, or you know what, if they at least get to the Super Bowl, I want you to come on this show and wear Cowboys merchandise.
That's not what we said. That's not what we were agreed on.
All right. If we win the Super Bowl.
That's not what we said.
Come on.
No, you said.
All right, fine. I asked.
Wait, what was the first thing that you said?
Well, I would just want to come on and gloat, but I feel like this would make
I think that's plenty enough.
But this would make it a more two-sided argument. Hey, fine. It's whatever.
I already fucking hate the fact that you wear the shit on the show. Okay. I think it looks stupid. And now, like, if I turn the camera back on, it's going to block your face again.
All right.
That big-ass,
my face
gigantic,
is
ugly-ass cup.
Look at these fat cheeks. I'm fucking pathetic.
No,
all right?
I don't know. I thought your fucking zipper was open earlier. I was like,
it was.
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
So I walked all the way here from Tortuga Verde, and probably a lot of people saw.
Oh my God,
my little wiener.
It was definitely little, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christ!
And with that being said, folks, thank you for listening.
Hold on. One more question.
Okay.
One more question.
God damn it, man! I'm dying over here.
No shit.
This is not in my interest, but I think so. If I come back on here next Saturday and I still have not received my jersey back, what is my punishment? Because I don't want to be immune. RJ is...
Here's what we can do. All right, fine. You want something, that's fine, because I don't think he's going to be able to do a week without gaming.
What could I go a week without?
Okay.
Pussy?
Real
Never.
Quick, give me a second. Put it in the comments, not these comments. Put it in the YouTube comments or the audio. Everybody knows where to get the audio. RJ can tell them. Put what subject or what punishment Shawn should get.
I'd say one
if
week
he doesn't.
without pussy,
hold on, let me finish.
Think about the women.
What punishment What punishment Shawn should get if he does not turn in or get his jersey back to him by next show?
Yeah.
Okay. Put that in the comments on the YouTube channel at the visual. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, Jared.
Bro, go ahead.
Folks. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, thank you for listening to episode 195. Damn. 195 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast.
I love you guys.
As always, it is I, RJ the Pizza Guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Jared, say hello. There's that famous thumb. Shawn, thank you for joining us.
It's an honor. Hug me, RJ.
Yeah, we're hugging.
It's a fucking honor.
That fucking cup is still ugly as shit.
And you can catch
That
us
hug was
anywhere
beautiful,
you get
though.
your podcast. That is Apple Music, Spotify, all that good stuff. Monday for the visual on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.
Spotify, bitches.
Leave a
Dak
comment.
Prescott.
And check us out every Saturday night for the affiliated Mad Scientist Lab podcast here on Twitch. Until next week, folks, as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and be safe.
How about them Cowboys?
I have to be.
Disgusting, and I'm editing that out.
Come on.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist